Investigators say Wynter was taken by the mother's ex-boyfriend. Police in St. Clair Shores arrested that ex-boyfriend this morning, but still no sign of Wynter.
Is believed to have taken Wynter and left the area in a white-colored Chevy Impala.
They got into some type of argument. I don't know why or what.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus, yeah. Celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Tune in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Come join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Yeah.
But guess what? This is PGT Time. On PGT Time, we cover the Black community. I don't give a damn what they do. If it interests me, I'm showing y'all. I'm showing y'all flat out.
Through drought and famine, natural disasters, my baby has been around for me. Kingdoms are falling, angels be calling. None of that could ever make me leave, yeah. Every time I look into your eyes, I see it. You're all I need, yeah. Every time I get a bit inside, I feel it. Oh, daylight, I wake up feeling like you won't play right. I used to know, but now that shit don't feel right. You made me put away my pride. Yeah. So long, you made a play away for some. So long, you made it hard for a boy like that to go wrong. I'm wishing I could make this mine. Ooh, if you want it, yeah, you can have it, yeah. If you need it, yeah, we can make it alright. If you want it, said you can have it.
Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Investigators say Wynter was taken by the mother's ex-boyfriend. Police in St. Clair Shores arrested that ex-boyfriend this morning, but still no sign of Wynter.
Is believed to have taken Wynter and left the area in a white-colored Chevy Impala.
They got into some type of argument. I don't know why or what.
Hey, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Hey, what's goody, y'all? What's goody in the city? When I tell y'all, I am so sorry. I have been rushing. When I say rushing, okay? excuse me, I've been working on this show. Believe it or not, I've been working on tonight's show. So I need y'all to share this video right now. I've been working on this show since 12 o'clock noon. No lie. 12 o'clock noon. And I just finished. Okay. It's a story that we will be talking about tonight. We're going to get into some more clips first. But it's a story about a little girl. Her name is Wynter Smith. Remember that name. Wynter Smith. She is missing right now. She's only 2 years old and she is missing. I do have all the details that's going to blow your mind. Okay. Blow your mind. During this time, okay, because this is real time, okay, this is going on right now. So as this show is going, I will be checking to see any updates that is going on with Wynter. She's only 2 years old and she is missing, okay? Wynter Smith. She is somewhere between Lansing, Michigan, and Detroit, Michigan, okay? Somewhere in between there. So we're going to handle this show. We're going to handle it very delicately. This is Wynter right here. 2 years old. When I tell y'all, it's a story that is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But don't worry. I got all the details. Please, please, please go share this video right now. Okay? Now, y'all heard the tunes of Jamie Boy, baby. Jamie Boy. Y'all know I love me some Jamie Boy. Again, thank y'all so much for coming. You can find Jamie Boy on all platforms just as well. Now, we got a special guest, baby. We got a special guest. Our special guest has been here once before. And, and she is back again. Excuse me, y'all. She is back again. Before I let y'all know why she's back again, I'm just going to go ahead and bring my girl on up, okay? Miss Lisa RENEE.
Hey, you people out there.
Hey, boo.
How y'all doing out there?
What's going on in the city, baby?
Girl, just glowing and growing.
Yes. Let everybody know, the ones that have not seen you on here before. Let everybody know, what do you do? And plus, where are you from? Because you are not from the A, baby. So where are you from?
So I am in Gary, Indiana, by way of Chicago, Illinois. Chicago, Illinois is my home, but this is where my dwelling place is, Gary, Indiana. So I'm a crisis counselor, and I'm an author. I am a motivational speaker. I am growing and glowing and all of these great things. And I'm here to provide you with a mental health piece, kind of talk about underlining things in our communities that we can relate to mental health, or we can, associate with mental health, because that's a lot of the things that we're going through is mental health based. We just don't talk about it that much in our community. So I'm here to just give y'all that aspect, give y'all that piece that is going to be therapeutic. It's also you're going to get something from it, because it's going to be talking to you as well as talking to the people. So
all right. Now, a special surprise to everybody out there. Lisa RENEE, she is now part of PGT time. PGT time. She will be on with us once a month on Mondays. Once a month on Mondays, okay? She is here to give us some type of guidance, to, let us know in a professional aspect on how to deal with these situations on the clips that we be showing here on PGT time, basically. Plus the families that come on just as well. So she will be able to give a piece on each clip that we do tonight. Hopefully she can stay there for a night, but like I told y'all, we have a special piece tonight. Wynter Smith, 2 years old, that we're definitely going to dig down deep into. That will be the bulk of our show tonight. Okay, y'all? That will be the bulk of our show tonight. I found this story on today. It touched my heart. It's still touching my heart. It's something I just can't get out of my mind. So, again, thank you, Lisa RENEE, so much for
You're
joining
welcome.
me tonight. I really, really appreciate it. And welcome.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. You saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, so I'm here.
Yes, and she is right. When she came on that show the first time, baby, when I tell you she stood out, she stood completely out from so many others. And you know, when they say when you see something, you better get it. That's what I did. I was like, let me go ahead and catch her right now before somebody else catch her. Now, you're also a wife, a
Yes, I
newlywed,
am.
may I add,
Yes, I am.
just as well. So congratulations, just as well.
Thank
So
you.
we do have a lot of things in common. And most importantly, you know, I love your energy. I love the way you speak. And I love that you are not just out here, oh, I can do this, I can do that. No, you studied this, you went to
Yes,
school for this, and this is your calling.
thank
So
you.
again, I thank you so, so much. Now watch us work, y'all. Watch us work.
Yes, watch
All
us work.
right. Yes. Shout out to God, baby. Shout out to
Yes,
God. Shout out to
yes,
God.
yes,
And we're gonna pray. We're gonna pray through this to make sure
yes.
that they find this baby. When I tell y'all this story is just mind blowing. Okay. So let's get started. We did our fair usage. We're gonna get into this young lady that shot a boyfriend. Yeah, shot a boyfriend. So let's get into this. Here we go.
Been caught on camera, and the mom says everyone knows who the killer is.
Tia Ewing.
Girl, you might know them. Renee, you might know them, Lisa Renee. This from your hometown. This from the shack.
Been caught on camera, and the mom says everyone knows who the killer is.
Tia Ewing joins us now from the live desk with more. Tia.
Well, Corey and Dawn, the victim's family here says the shooter did not flee the scene. She actually told police it was a domestic dispute, and the victim's mother questions why the Cook County State's attorney isn't charging the gunman, and the Cook County medical examiner ruled Jaleel Spencer's death a homicide.
Oh my God, she just killed somebody!
This video has gone viral on social media. It's only 38 seconds long, but it shows 32-year-old Jaleel Spencer on the ground after he was shot and a woman running back to a black sedan. It happened here in the alley on 47th and Michigan Avenue back in March.
Is that the law in Chicago now? Can you drive up and shoot somebody and then stand over them and unload in them? That's my question to the mayor, Kim Fox, whomever needs to answer that.
Chicago police described the shooting as a domestic-related incident, saying Spencer got into a physical altercation, which, quote, led the offender to shooting the victim with her gun. Spencer's mother showed me other evidence related to the case from the day her son was shot and killed. It did not show a domestic dispute.
She shot him once in his chest and then she stood up and shot 3 more times in his back. She had to kill him. He didn't do nothing. He was good. That man worked every day.
This video evidence was handed over to police a week after Spencer's death. But even though their family can identify the woman in the video that pulled the trigger,
my daughter, they know her. So when her hoodie fell off, we definitely knew that was her and her car.
Spencer says she's been given the runaround.
I need Kim Fox to call me now. Because the police blame state's attorney blame the police.
And the Cook County State's Attorney's Office says there's not enough evidence to move ahead with the case.
You as a state's attorney had one job, and that was to prosecute her. You can't tell me if that was your family member. Would that be okay with you? He never had a weapon, had a gun, had a knife, had a stick, had a brick, had nothing. So we trying to understand, how is that justified?
Well, here's what the state's attorney's office had to say. They sent us a statement saying, after a thorough review, we concluded that the totality of the evidence was insufficient to meet our burden of proof to file criminal charges related to this incident. The statement went on to say the office is open to reviewing any additional evidence in the future. At the live desk tonight, I'm Tia Ewing. Corey?
Tia, thank you.
Girl, what is going on in Chicago? Now, I know that is not the law, that you can stand over somebody and just shoot the hell out of them. Explicit language, and also allegedly. Even though they had that little part on video. But you know, couldn't see it all the way, but they know who they saw. They know who they saw. So, what you feel about this, Lisa?
Wow. It's just like there always seems to be underlining motives that people have. We never know what they are. We never know what people's intentions are until we dig deeper. For the family, I want to say I am truly sorry for your loss. I pray that there's some type of closure that comes through this. I know that it's going to be a long time before the healing process starts because we haven't even got justice. Exactly. So it's like it's this unresolved conflict that doesn't seem like it's going to be resolved anytime soon, even though they have some form of evidence. Mm-hmm. It just seems as though with all of the corruption going on around Chicago, in the world in general, with laws and things like that, it's very unfortunate that she has to be on the end of this. It just seems like sometimes you just really don't know what be going on in people's head. Like, what, why? We always want to know the why. Why did someone do something? You never really know what people got going on in their head, or what motives they're using things to do things for. Now, I don't know. I can't speak to this because we have this short clip. The only thing is we always wonder why. Why do people do the things that they do? If this man has not beat her in the past, or there's no known dispute where it's justified for her killing him, why? Exactly. Why did it happen? And again, people out here are mentally unstable. And then it could have been anything. It could have been the simplest thing. And so we have people out here that's mentally unstable with guns. And so they're the ones that's perpetrating this violence off onto other people, perpetrating the hurt and pain that they have onto people. Again, I don't know the surrounding details, so I can't really tell you much. But we just sometimes have to wonder what's going on in people's head. And it's mental illness and, evoking that hurt and pain on other people because they're hurt and full of pain and have not managed it and don't know how to manage conflict. It could have been anything that happened, but we don't know exactly what happened. But if it's nothing known for her to be justified to do this to this man, then let's look deeper into what the motives are. It doesn't really matter, but when we're thinking about this from a mental health point of view, we're always going to look at the mental. And so I pray that the family gets the closure they need, and I pray that they get the healing they need. And they should also look into getting their own counseling for the family because it's now a public-sized case. So it's always it's out there. Again, we're viewing it now. So someone else may be viewing it, and it's still that remnants of I don't have any closure, and we have a video. Exactly. We have some type of evidence. We know and we can identify this woman. Why hasn't things been moved? And again, we have to look at our system because our system is sometimes jacked up. It's a lot of corruption going on in these cities and these big cities where violence is big. And so all of these violence going on with no closure. Exactly. No one's healing from it.
Exactly. And not only that, sometimes the police, and we all have learned this on PGT time, the police can't tell us everything. They only get one shot, basically. They get one shot. And for them to have this young lady on video and still not have arrested her or charged her, it must be something that they are aware of. Now, word on the street is that it was a domestic issue. But the family is arguing over the fact that she literally shot him and then stood over him and shot him again. So that's what their biggest argument is. Yeah. So I will be following this story just as well to see if this young lady will be charged in the future. But until then, just keep watching. Keep watching. You never know when it's going to come on as an update. Okay? So we're going to keep it moving, y'all, because like I said, I got a bunch of clips for y'all tonight. But the big bulk of it is Wynter Smith. Okay? Remember that name, Wynter Smith, 2-year-old Wynter Smith. We will be getting right into it after these next 3 clips. Okay, so let's get into the next one. She tried to drown a baby. Lisa RENEE, she tried to drown a baby.
Yeah, I heard. I read.
Yeah. Now, let me tell y'all. This is how I know Lisa is a professional at this, okay? Because Lisa is about the only person that said, excuse me, can you please send me the details on this, please?
Yeah, I like to know. I don't want to be up there just talking, just saying.
And that's good. That is so good because at the end of the day, I done watched these clips about 4, 5, 6 times. Because I have to download it, I have to do all my little extra stuff to it. So I done watched it already about 3, 4, 6 times. But some of the people that come on, they don't watch it. So that's one thing that I admire about Lisa. She really wanted to know what was going on. She wanted to do her additional research just as well. So kudos to you, boo. Kudos to you. You're welcome. Now, here we go. She tried to drown the baby. Here we go.
Story 10, an almost unimaginable case of child abuse out of mid-Michigan.
Remarkable video there. The body cam video, it's gut-wrenching as police swoop in just in the nick of time to save a 2-year-old little girl being drowned in a bathtub by her own mother. Police say 3 children narrowly escaped being killed after their older sister called 911.
Mara McDonald, live downtown. Mara, important to point out to everyone, this body camera video is really, really brutal.
It's awful, Devin. So is what happened here. You've got a little girl that you can see in the process of being drowned in the bathtub, but that's not all. She has 2 siblings that police found with stab wounds, and they'd been forced to drink chemical cleaning fluid.
Buddha.
Albion police, along with Calhoun County, kicked in the door to find that 35-year-old mother holding her 2-year-old underwater in the tub.
They immediately pulled the child out of the bathtub and began doing CPR on the child, and were able to revive her rather quickly.
The next discovery, just as awful. A 2- and 4-year-old forced to drink cleaning chemicals and suffering from stab wounds.
Just above the chest. We're here with you, honey. About an inch apart. We're here with you, honey. I know.
Police got all the children out of the house into the hospital where they're recovering. Their mother is in custody. The little one's 15-year-old sister called 911 in what the chief says was a chaotic call.
I know it was pretty frantic, and there was crying in the background, they were saying, and screaming. And she was saying, I think that her mom was trying to kill her sisters.
Albion police say they'd been to the house before, not for child abuse, but for domestic assault, where that 35-year-old mom was the victim. She's now facing charges for the attempted murder of 3 of her children. Back here live, she also is behind bars tonight, $500,000 bond. She's looking at a minimum of 6 felonies, and if convicted, she's looking at a life in prison. As far as what precipitated all of this, police haven't gotten into that detail yet. We're live downtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Absolutely gut-wrenching, Mara. Thank you.
Now, y'all, I need y'all to see this next clip before we discuss it, okay? Now, she locked up. She locked up now. And here we go.
West Michigan mother is now officially charged. She was in court today accused of stabbing her own children and nearly trying to drown one of them.
13 Leonard signs Josh Albertus was in court today for that arraignment.
Jessica Edward Ricks now faces 6 felony counts, 2 of those being assault with intent to commit murder, which both carry up to life in prison if she is convicted. Police were called to Edward Ricks' home in Albion on Saturday morning, where body cam footage showed police breaking down the door and finding her allegedly trying to drown a child. The child was pulled out from underwater and revived. Thankfully, the 2 children who were injured were set to be released from the hospital yesterday. Edward Ricks making her first court appearance earlier today to hear the charges. One of her neighbors yesterday reacted to what she saw unfold from outside the home.
I'm a mother and a grandmother, and them being so young, I had my 1-year-old here, my 1-year-old grandson and my 6-year-old grandson, so you can't wrap your mind around it. And to me, I just feel like she had to have been in a very bad place, just a mental breakdown to have to do something like that.
In addition to those 2 attempted murder charges, Edward Ricks is charged with child abuse in both the first and second degrees. Edward Ricks' bond was set at $500,000. She is pleading not guilty to the charges. In Battle Creek, Josh Alberta's 13 on your side.
Okay, first of all, she need $1 million, $2 million, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7 million bond. That's number one. I don't know why they feel like when some of these kids get killed, murdered, whether it's through a parent or whatever, they pick and choose how much these bonds are gonna be. If it is a child, they shouldn't even have a bond at all when it comes down to kids. Okay, you should not have a bond at all. Second of all, I want to get my speech in first before we get to the professional lady over there, Miss Lisa RENEE. Okay. Second of all, she'll lay her fat ass all on this baby inside the pool. Just crazy. Now, sometimes us people that just don't understand this type of shit, like she said, you can't wrap your mind around certain things if you don't understand. I don't deal with mental health as far as going to school for it, learning about it, all of that. I don't know. So therefore, I can't relate to nothing like this, okay? But something is seriously wrong with this lady. How can we determine mental health issue, Lisa RENEE, and crazy lady? Now, of course, I'm going to sit here and say she has mental health issues. But a lot of us weren't even talking about mental health issues back in the day. We weren't talking about it. Now that everybody's talking about mental health issues, now everything, she got a mental health issue. He got a mental health issue. This lady, I could definitely say, she got to have had a mental health issue. Like, who can sit there and lay your child in the water and watch them die? That's crazy to me. Okay, now you can go ahead. I just had to get that little rant out.
So I have to say, watching her push that baby up under that water made my heart drop.
Yes.
It did. It truly did. And I'm so thankful that the police caught her in time.
In the nick of time.
In the nick of time. And yes. So what we don't know is there is a name for this type of murder. When a parent murders a child, it's called filicide. And so there's different motives and different reasons through research why parents commit this type of murder to their children. And so I was looking at this and I'm thinking about a certain thing that I read. It said that she was trying to fix the child. And so this type of homicide against a child would be altruistic filicide. So altruistic filicide. And so what that means is she would think she's justified for doing this to this child because the child may have a perceived illness or mental disorder or some type of disorder that the mother feel like she's helping her child by killing her child. So I thought about that when I saw that fix them. That was what it said in the article, that her reason or what she stated was that I'm trying to fix the child. And so I go to the other part of this type of filicide, and it's actually acute psychotic filicide, where she has to have some type of mental disorder that made her believe that her child is so sick and so at suffering that I need to kill my child. When we think about this, we think about the why. Like, why would someone want to kill their own children? And then a baby at that. And so what we learn is that they've had some violence done to them. That's one motive. They are trying to get back at a spouse or their baby's father. So they think that by killing their child, we are going to get some type of revenge on the spouse. And so I thought about this, and then a lot of people don't understand that you can have postpartum for a long, like a year after, up to 2. It just depends on how you actually manage and cope and deal with it. We don't know if she was having some postpartum depression where she was overwhelmed. And, you don't know what place a person is in to want to kill a child. That's what we have to think about. Someone killed a baby. Where are you at mentally? You have to have something wrong with you, because why? If you think about it, even the families want to know why. Some families are so taken aback by their family members committing this type of murder on their niece or nephew or grandchild or whatever. And so their main thing is why? What took you to that dark place to want to kill a selfless, a defenseless child? And we have to look at the mental health, because there's some schizophrenia there. Maybe, they may be hearing voices that's telling them kill that child, or thoughts that's
Okay,
telling
but
them.
if that's the case, Lisa,
Mhm.
I be wanting to say Renee or Lisa.
Lisa,
So
Renee.
if y'all hear me say one or the other, I'm still talking
Mhm.
about her. But if
Mhm.
that's the case, someone should have picked up on this, that something was wrong with her. Now, Willie is out there. Willie said, we don't know why she's trying to delete her kids. We shouldn't try to excuse away this type of gross behavior, and he's right. Now, he's right in the aspect of, if it was just me up here. You see what I'm saying? If it was just me up here doing this show by myself, I agree with him. But we have you up here, which you are specialized in this type of thing. So you are going to dig down deeper and
Yeah.
see what the issue is and what the
Yeah,
root
it's
of
no
it.
excuse. It's more of looking at the picture. You asked me what could be going on here, and so I'm giving a standpoint mental health wise. There is no excuse for anyone to do anything, but people still do what they do. And so motives, intentions are always good to look at, and to try to figure out behaviors, because this behavior is going to constantly stop. So how do we prevent it? Knowing signs and knowing different type of behaviors can help you prevent someone else from going through this. Maybe you may have a sister who just had a baby, and you see her acting a certain way. You can prevent her, because postpartum depression is real. And so no excuse for her behavior. It is more as an explanation as to why people do what they do. And so we want to know the science behind why people do what they do, so that we can prevent it. Of course, there's no excuse. I am totally heart dropped for that. It's just that I have to look at the picture, and we're looking for explanation as to why people do what they do. We don't excuse it, because at the end of the day, it's not excused. It's more like, let's talk about the whole thing. And there's something bigger than just looking at the situation. Yes, she's totally wrong. She deserves whatever comes her way as far as punishment. However, if I'm on here to give my professional opinion, and if it's mental health, everything that we do in life is mental health connected. You lead with your mind, and then your body follows. If somebody's thinking about killing someone, that's a thought, and that's in your mental. So therefore, you're going to act on it. There's a science and a psychology behind our behaviors.
Okay, girl. I told Mama Peach. I said, Mama Peach, we got Lisa Renee coming. And when I told her your credentials and everything, she said, yes, that's what you need. That's what you need on the show. Because I'm like Willie. To hell with her ass.
To hell with her. Oh, absolutely. I'm with y'all too. I'm with y'all. I'll take my professional head off. At the end of the day, she's totally fucking wrong. Excuse my language. And therefore, she needs whatever she's gonna get.
And Willie, like Willie said, they need to give them babies to the father. But Willie, we don't know how the father's is.
We don't even know if she has a father.
Exactly. But no,
I mean, not that she has a father, but if the father even available. I mean, is he even in the child's life? Clearly, we are seeing that a lot of parents are, out here having babies, and yeah, you had a sperm donor, but that don't mean you got a father or a man that's willing to take on that, issue. Because again, a lot of men can't be caregivers to the point where they have a child that's sick, or have a child that is mentally, because I see a lot of strength in women who are dealing with children with autism and different disorders that's really difficult to deal with the child. again, I'm not excusing her behavior, not at all. I'm just saying that sometimes the father ain't there and he can't even handle it either. So it
And not
usually
only
is.
that, sorry to cut you off, but
No, no
not
problem.
only that, Lisa, if he was a good, capable father,
Yeah.
and we could just give him the kids,
Yeah.
he would have caught up on some of this stuff.
Yeah, he know his baby mama. Right, he know his
So
baby
he should
mama.
have already been trying to get his kids.
Yeah.
That's
And she had other kids too. So we don't even know if she has multiple baby daddies, if she has one baby daddy, if he's even alive. I mean, yeah, that's again, everybody has an opinion that we need. We need that. We need these opinions. We need every aspect to every situation. And he's right. If the father was available, he should have stepped up if this woman was not mentally stable. And you know who you dating and you know who you messing with. You know people be having problems out here. A lot of people be effed up out here. And you know who you dealing with. So why didn't you? Yeah, why didn't the father step up? Why didn't he?
exactly. She didn't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to take these kids out. Like, people had to have seen something mentally wrong with this woman. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Somebody had to have seen something.
Absolutely.
And if you've seen something, I always say it. If you see something or you know something, say something, baby. So it don't even get this far. Okay? Shout out to Mama Peach. Mama Peach says she is watching, baby, on Roku.
Hey, Mama Peach.
TV. So y'all make sure if you are watching, this your first time watching Peachy Tea Time. Yes, we are on Roku TV live right now. So make sure you go ahead and you download that app and then add me. Okay, add me on there, and then you will see Peachy Tea Time Network. Okay, and you can lay down in your bed and relax, or lay down on your couch and relax and watch the show. Okay, but if not, watch me on your phone, your tablet, or your computer. All right, we got to get into this next story. This is another drowning, just as well. After this one, this is when we're going to get into the meat of Peachy Tea Time story tonight. Wynter Smith, okay, two-year-old Wynter Smith, okay. Story coming up next, right after this one. Lisa, she done drowned the 7-month-old baby. Here we go.
Forest Park woman is accused of trying to drown her child.
She appeared before a judge this morning, charged with attempted murder in this case. As WCPO 9 News reporter Anna Azalian explains, police say they originally responded to a mental health call.
During Taisha Johnson's arraignment here Tuesday, an assistant prosecutor said she tried to drown her 7-month-old baby in a bathtub. According to court documents, this happened last month. Forest Park police say they responded to her address for a mental health call. They say Johnson was trying to kill herself. Police say both Johnson and her baby were taken to the hospital. Then after an investigation, charges were filed against Johnson. Here's why authorities say those charges were filed.
The allegations are that the defendant called the father of her 7-month-old child and said that she was going to kill the child. Father immediately went to that location and found her with the baby, holding the baby's face underwater in the bathtub.
Police say he grabbed the baby and saved their life.
Your Honor, the allegations are that
Dave Wood with the Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office told the judge Tuesday the baby was treated at the hospital and that Child Protective Services was now involved. Johnson is being held here on a $100,000 bond and is ordered to have no contact with her child. At the Hamilton County Justice Center, Anna Azalian, WCPO 9 News.
Forgot to cut that one off early. I'm sorry, y'all. You weren't supposed to see that ending part. Willie said black men don't get this type of empathy for deplorable behavior. Willie, it's a lot of black men that ain't taking care of their kids like it is women that's taking care of their kids just as well. Let's make sure we add that. Now, are there men that is single fathers out there? Yes. And 9 times out of 10, at least I haven't ran up on those clips yet. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I done seen a lot of clips. I have not ran up on a clip that a single father that is taking care of his kids has killed his kids, deleted his kids, whichever one we want to call it, so that it'll make it through YouTube or Facebook. But I have not seen that. It's always the mamas out here doing this type of mess. You know what I'm saying? But that's why we got Lisa here, to put it in some type of aspect for us so that we can understand what is going on with these women out here. You know, and I do feel like a lot of it is because these men is not out here doing what they supposed to do as fathers. You know what I'm saying? If you are a parent and you have your child 24/7, when I say 24/7, 24/7, I have a lot of friends that do not have what I have. A mother and a father that would keep their kids at any given time. My mama don't ask me for no money. My daddy don't ask me for no money. They don't say, oh, when you come, make sure you bring enough food for the summer for the kids. They don't do none of that. If I bring my kids out there and mama, I forgot they bag of clothes. Don't worry about it. We'll go get them something. It ain't no pay me back later. You see what I'm saying? We just don't. There's a lot of people that don't have grandparents like that. So a lot of these women that had these kids at such a young age, let's make that very well clear too. They have had these kids day in, day out, all day long, all day long, all day long, and it got to be. I don't want to say that, you know, it gets on your nerve, but it gets on your nerves. You know what I'm saying? It does. And I love my kids. Anybody that know me, if you know me, you know I love my kids. I will go to bat for my kids. But I need breaks sometimes. And some women do not get breaks. And some of these kids bad as hell. Let me make sure we add that too. So, Lisa, what you got to say on this?
Now with this situation, again, I'm coming from a therapeutic standpoint,
and that's what I want you.
I'm not giving anyone empathy. Again, everything that we do, you being and watching this show is a psychology behind it. So I'm gonna only talk about the psychology behind these women's behavior. Again, I don't condone it. I don't agree with it. I'm completely upset. However, I'm here to deliver the mental health piece of this. So with this young lady, she called her child's father and told him that she's about to do this, right? So that is the motive, or the way we can look at this is that it could be stout revenge filicide. So she killed her child because she was trying to get back at her child's father. And so when you think about that, you look a little bit deeper and then you see that there was a mental health call. So we have to look, how many mental health calls did she have? How many mental health calls or check-ins did she have? Again, it's some psychotic behaviors behind that. Again, trying to drown your child is a psychotic behavior, because you cannot understand or what place a person will be in to be that overwhelmed to want to kill their child. I get it. You know, we're at a point where we may not have the support and things like that. And that's why I always said it's just some people who shouldn't have no kids. It's just some people who should not have been allowed to have kids because they are not mentally stable, that they've had violence done upon them when they were children. They are not in a stable place. So we have all these children out here making children, and they don't really know that they have some deep-rooted issues. They've been abused. They have been cursed out verbally. They have been mentally, emotionally abused. And now they're having children. And they haven't really healed from all that they had going on. And then we don't, again, where is the father? That's a good point. That is a good point. You know, people are evil, but part of the mental, y'all have to understand, if you're not in a mental health field, you cannot, because there's a behind criminal behavior, there's a psychology. That's why they have a psychologist in the room when someone murders someone. They have a psychologist. They have the person be seen by a psychologist. Yes, they're evil. Yes, that's an evil act. However, sometimes your mind is out there. If you're schizophrenic, that has nothing to do with you being evil. You hear voices. So it's a chemical imbalance in your brain. Not saying that that's the case with this young lady. I'm, again, giving you guys all the aspects. I'm giving you all the pointers. Again, when you're schizophrenic, you hear voices, you see things, you have delusions, you have hallucinations. And again, in the community that we live in, a lot of people don't even know that they have schizophrenia, because they hear voices and they hear things and they see things. And again, we sweep it under the rug, or we completely say, well, yeah, she's evil. Yeah, she's definitely evil. However, she may have a chemical imbalance, because I've had some evil thoughts before, but I never act on them. Because again, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody on here
I am one of them people. Lisa, I am one of them people that feel like, I feel like all black people got mental health issues.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, yeah, she was
Willie.
very
You
evil.
too,
The act
Willie.
was evil. The act was certainly evil. She committed an evil act. But we have to remember that there's chemical imbalances in people's brain that, again, they hear voices, you cannot control it. And if you're out here using drugs and you're not managing your schizophrenia, or you don't even know you have it, you just think you're evil, then you'll never get to the root problem, that you have a chemical imbalance. And no matter how much you try to fight it, if you ain't managing with no medicine, and you out here using drugs, and you out here acting like you don't got no problems, then that's where we come with all of these evil. Because I've had really evil thoughts before, but I ain't act on them. I ain't in jail. I ain't got no felonies.
Exactly.
And I ain't done nothing to nobody, ain't hurt nobody. But I've had, people have made me that mad to have an evil thought. But again, that's not neither here nor there with that situation. I'm just saying, y'all need to really start thinking about mental health around here, because a lot of us really sweep it under the rug like it's not true. It's real out here that people are having some real delusions where they see dead people every day. They
and
hear
some of
dead
these people been having these issues since they was kids.
Since they was
and their
kids,
mama and daddy, and their mama and
it's
daddy saw
genetic.
something.
And it's genetic too, because they mom and daddy might have had it. Again, it's genetic. It can be a genetics. If you grew up with somebody with mental health, 9 times out of 10, you may grow up with mental health too, or some remnants of mental health. It may not be as bad as your family, or it may be as worse. Again, it's just all about environment, nature, and nurture. And yes, the person, again, was very, very, every one of these people on here, if you commit an act against somebody and you hurt somebody, you're evil. Especially if it's not justified and it's a baby. You're evil.
Exactly. Now, Willie, I sure hope you be around for Wynter Smith, because we getting right into that there, because you saying a lot about these daddies on here. Willie said maybe the baby was a trap baby. A child conceived to force a man into a relationship. Maybe the father wanted the baby, but not the relationship. Maybe the third, what's that? Negro out of 3 babies that didn't want a relationship with her. Maybe she wanted to harm the child to hurt the man. If any of these are true, it's not fair to say, where was the daddy?
But it was fair last time with that situation. It's the same situation. And I think that you miss the point there. Yes. There's so many possibilities and so many reasons why this woman did it. At the end of the day, she did it. And then there is some mental health disorders there. And I did state, yes, she may have done it to get back at the child's father. She clearly called him before, and he clearly knows that she's that crazy because he ran over there. So he clearly knows his child's mother. He ran with the quickness, so he knows that there's something wrong with her, because he ran within the quick. He dropped everything and he went to go see her, go save his child. So there's so many aspects to this that we just have to look at the whole picture. Like, it's so much, and then we really going off of like a 1 to 2 minute clip. So we don't even know what it is. We're just giving our view, our perspective on it. That's the only thing we can do, because we don't know what's going on. We only have a 1 to 2 clip, and they didn't state why she did it or what she did, and we may never even hear about it again unless Miss Peachy T is continually following it. But things like this happen all the time. We don't know why people do what they do. However, we can have a perspective, we can have a view, and we can look at so many possibilities. And again, she called the child's father, and there's something called spouse revenge filicide when you try to get back at the child's father by killing the child. So that, I mean, it's a real definition. You can look it up. So that's an aspect of this. We don't know why that woman did what she did. We just know that we can speculate.
Exactly. And society, I'm just going to put it out there. Society has it that you, as a man, you ain't got to take care of your kids. You cannot take care of your kids and you still be the cool guy in the neighborhood.
Because it's mama's baby, daddy's maybe. We all know that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a man can easily say, oh, shoot, she want this much money every day or every week? Oh, hell no. I ain't the daddy. I ain't the daddy. They can easily do this. Yes, Willie, I do believe that sometimes mamas need a break, especially if the daddy is not there at all. I do believe that there are women out there that make mistakes. Not saying that your kid is a mistake. I don't want to say that, but they made a mistake by having a baby by a nigga like you. Not you, Willie. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying, with some of these men, you know, they grow up and they be like, what was I thinking? Why did I have a baby by him? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, especially if these men are not doing anything. Willie, you're doing something. But it's a whole lot of men, a lot, that's not doing anything at all because baby mama made a man. Because I ain't got no money to take care of my child, and baby mama always on my neck. So I'm just not going to do nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? Call it like it is. But you're still supposed to be there for your child. You know your baby mama need a break. Go get your child. Because if you don't, this could possibly happen. And I'm just putting it out there. This could possibly happen. So let's go ahead. We're going to move into our main story. Our main story for tonight. Before we get into that, let's run into this commercial right quick. Again, this is why I do my show, y'all. This is why I do my show. Like Lisa said, we only get 2-3 minutes of a clip. At the longest, 3 minutes and 25 seconds. And you may get 2 clips of 2 minutes and 3 minutes and 25 seconds. You know, but that's all we get to go on. So that's why I have these families come on my show so that they can tell their loved one's story on what happened, what's going on, and they can get it all out. Okay? So let's get into this commercial break right quick. When we come back, I need y'all to stay in the building. I need y'all to stay in the building. Hit them like buttons, baby. Hit the like button. Do something. Because this story coming up next, it got to be heard. It's a must. Willie, you stick around because I really want to hear your opinion on this one. All right, here we go.
Peachy Tea Time is for the culture. If you or someone you know that has dealt with the death of a loved one due to gun violence, domestic violence, the prison system, or even by the police, Peachy Tea Time also provides a platform for missing person cases as well as wrongfully imprisoned inmates. Please like and share this video to get the word out, so the families can get their loved ones' stories out. Email peachyteatime at peachyteatime@gmail.com. You can also DM, inbox, or text to 470-620-9916. Thanks for watching.
It's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Y'all enjoying the show? Is y'all enjoying the show, baby? We are getting it in
each and every Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We are on Roku TV. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page. Make sure you follow me on my Facebook pages. And also follow me on Twitch and IG just as well, baby. Each and every Monday. Each and every Monday. Where I'm solo dolo, baby. Unless I got a special guest. But I love y'all so much. It's so important that you share these videos. So please continue to share. I love you all. Bye. All right, y'all. This is our top story for tonight. Okay, our top story for tonight. Before I hit this button, all I want to say is, y'all, pray. Pray. When I say I'm fighting back tears, baby, I done watched this story from the time I got up this morning, okay? I just checked to see was it an update while this commercial was playing, and no update as of yet. But all I can say is pray. Put yourself in this 2-year-old doggone shoes right now. Here we go.
A man is in custody, but a 2-year-old child is still missing hours after an Amber Alert was issued. Good afternoon. I'm Priya Mann. Thanks for joining us. We start with that breaking news of an Amber Alert. The FBI is now helping the Lansing Police Department find this missing child. Police took one suspect into custody here in Metro Detroit. And as our Victor Williams reports, he did not come quietly. He joins us now live. Good morning, Victor.
Yes, good morning, Priya. They found this man, but unfortunately, this little girl was nowhere to be found. And with that being said, the search now continues for 2-year-old Wynter Smith, but now the Federal Bureau of Investigations, otherwise known as the FBI, just like you said, is now stepping in. 26-year-old Rashik Malik Trice is now being arrested and charged in connection with the kidnapping. It's believed that he was the ex of Wynter's mother who allegedly stabbed the 22-year-old woman before taking the 2-year-old and fleeing in the mom's Chevy Impala. From there, the Lansing Police Department wasted no time issuing out that Amber Alert, which in part helped capturing Rashad Trice this morning around 4:45 a.m. St. Clair Shores police found him driving along 9 Mile near Harper in the same vehicle, leading to a short pursuit and chase that ended in a crash around Little Mac and 19 Mile. Just like we said before, sadly, Wynter was nowhere to be found, and each second that passes gets harder and harder for Wynter's grandmother, Sharon Eddings, who says she just wants her granddaughter to come home safely.
I went through something I've never felt before. I've lost people. I've grown up in Detroit. I've seen some stuff, but I never had a child in danger. And so that was, I can't even explain it. My bones shook.
Now we are going to show you Wynter's picture one last time. And once again, she's 2 years old, has braids, and was last seen wearing a t-shirt with rainbows on the front. Victor Williams, Local 4.
All right, y'all. That was an old picture of her, okay? That was an old picture. I showed y'all a new recent picture, which is this picture right here. So if you see anything, that's what I'm going to say. If you see anything, call law enforcement, okay? Let's go into this second clip, and then me and Renee going to give our opinion on this, okay? Our commentary. So here we go.
Some breaking news that we've been following closely. Overnight Amber Alert issued out of Lansing.
Yeah, police are still looking for a 2-year-old girl after arresting the man suspected of kidnapping her. Fox 2's Veronica Meadows joining us live with the very latest. Good morning, Veronica.
We've been following this developing news all morning long. Lansing police releasing new information. We're also hearing from 2-year-old Wynter Smith's grandma. This after Lansing police sent out an Amber Alert early this morning. Lansing police saying that little Wynter was kidnapped by her mom's ex-boyfriend. That ex-boyfriend, we're told, is not related to Wynter. Now, meanwhile, one of Wynter's grandmas lives right here in Detroit. She now is pleading for your help. Here's what she has to say.
I have Wynter's sandal I've been holding on to in her robe that I bought her. just to feel close to her. And I remember when we went to the park and she got them dirty and she was like, oh no, like, and I just hear her voice.
2-year-old Wynter Smith's voice plays over and over again in her grandmother's head. Sharon Edding says Wynter is a bright little girl with a sweet smile. Edding says she picked up on Wynter's budding intelligence before she turned 1.
So she's just a wonderful, joyful person.
Edding says she always planned to get Wynter involved in STEM.
I volunteered in schools, teaching a lot of our kids coding, giving back to the community, and I'm asking people to help me.
Edding says Wynter's mom was stabbed several times. Police tell us she has non-life-threatening injuries.
We cried all night. I'm trembling inside. I've had dreams of Wynter.
Then around 5 this morning, cell phone video shows the end of a police chase over in St. Clair Shores. That's where police arrested Trice. Police say the chase reached speeds up to 100 miles an hour. While Trice is now in custody, so far there's still no sign of Wynter. For now, all Eddings can do is hold on to Wynter's sandal and hold on to her hope.
And I've seen miracles happen. I've seen kids we thought, we wouldn't find them and they come back safe. So we still have faith. If you have her or you know anything about this, just turn her over, and we're not looking for revenge or anything like that. We just want Wynter back.
You heard it right there. If you have any information on where little Wynter may be, call the Lansing Police Department. The Lansing Police Department also telling us the FBI is working to set up a tip line. Of course, we will share that information with you just as soon as we have it. For now, reporting live, we'll send it back to you.
Yeah, Veronica, let's get this little girl home. Your stomach turns when you watch a story like that, knowing that this girl has not been found yet, even after the person who is the suspected kidnapper has been found. But we also saw that there was a police chase that was involved in this. The officer who was involved in that crash, how's that officer doing?
Yeah, Brandon, you're exactly right. So what happened is police believe Trice kidnapped the little Wynter, and then from there, the St. Clair Shores Police Department says an officer spotted Trice. That high-speed chase ensued. It all came to an end because of that crash involving a St. Clair Shores police officer. We are told that officer, of course, they are shaken up.
Okay. This right here take you on a whole nother level. Okay? It takes you on a whole nother level. And I want to say this. I'm leaving Willie's comment up there. Heartbreaking. And then I'm going to bring up his next comment. My daughter name is Wynter. This is so sad. Willie, this is what I want to say. Not just to Willie, not just to Tamandal, not just to all these people out here that do what they do for whatever reason or another, y'all. And Willie know what I'm talking about. This is not the first time that I have shown on my show in these 2 years that a boyfriend, and Lisa, hear me well, that a boyfriend have taken out a child. Hopefully that's not the case. But baby, I believe in God. I believe in miracles. But it's hard to believe that this 2-year-old is out here wandering around between Lansing and Detroit right now. Just wandering around. Where am I supposed to go? It's hard for me to believe it. This story has went nationwide, all over social media. It's hard to believe that she's just wandering around. They have picked this man up. He has been arrested. He will not open up his damn mouth and say nothing about where this baby is. And this is not the first story. So what am I getting at? This is why women feel the way that they feel about a lot of these men out here. This is why. Is all men like this? No, not at all. Not at all. But it's a whole lot of them that can give a damn about us women and our feelings after that they done got what they had to get from us. They will go so far as to take our child. This man had a child by this young lady. His own flesh and blood by this young lady. But he didn't take his child. He took the one that wasn't his. He stabbed mama. He stabbed mama. And then took the child that wasn't his. And took off. And now we're all trying to figure out where this baby is at. So when you get these women that got so much anger on men, this is why. Because men insist on playing stupid ass games. This don't make no sense. You didn't even take your own child. You have a child by her that you both were looking at. And you took another person's child. Where was this daddy at? Now, since we want to say, where's the daddy? Where's the daddy? Where's that? Guess where this daddy was at, Lisa?
Where?
Down south. In college. Doing his thing. Now he got to catch a flight to get back to Michigan. Because some dumb ass, ignorant man, boy, we're not even going to give him, we're not going to call him a man. I'm not going to respect him. I don't care what she said. I don't care what mama did. You took the child that did nothing at all. What type of mental health is this, Renee? Lisa? I don't have this mental health.
I want to observe the mental health piece because for this situation, I've already kind of said what I said about the mental health piece. So that is what it is. And that's how I'm presenting that. I was just blown away because he took a child that wasn't his.
When his child was there.
What and like you said, I it's just so I'm lost for words, but I don't want to be. It's so soon, it's happening right now, so I want to respect the family. But it's very hard to look at this in a optimistic way because of future cases like this and the motive behind why they do what they do, because they feel some hatred against maybe the father, the child's father. They have some hatred against the mother because she may love the child's father, or just the fact that she had another baby by somebody else. It's so many different ways you can look at this, but I just pray that a good outcome come with this. I want to respect this family. That's why I don't want to say anything that makes the family feel any type of way because it's so fresh. Now, if this was something that happened before, I would say, it ain't looking good, but I don't want to say that out of respect for the family. But we have to look at, previous cases like this. Where is the child if we found you? And then you're not talking? Why not?
You ain't done nothing. North.
If you ain't done nothing.
From up north, it ain't no big, large span between Lansing and Detroit.
I'm just saying if we found him, right? We found him, not the child, right?
I see what you're saying.
And he don't want to say nothing. If it was nothing wrong, he could just say, I dropped off at the gas station miles back or something. He ain't saying nothing, y'all. That's scary.
That's the scary part
It's the
about it.
unknown part, because we've seen cases where a person, or we've seen, and I hate to say movies, but we've seen movies are based off real life. So we've seen plots like this. Sometimes it's chilling.
Yeah, I'm shaking
And
right now. You hear me?
And I don't want to say nothing else about this because I don't want to speak out of turn, but I pray on this day that child is found safely. And I'm going to leave it at that, because I do not want to say anything out of turn, because again, these people, again, we're watching this, or a million other people is watching these clips. This woman has to see this clip up and down her timeline. I'm pretty sure if she's a social media user, they have to still see this clip somewhere. And again, it's the unknown of it all. It's the unknown of it all.
Well, we got some more clips we got to get into.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, Lisa. But we still, in order for this little girl to be found, we gotta push it out there.
Yeah.
We got now. Do we have to sit there and say that the worst has happened? No, we don't have to say that. But this story gonna get out there, and it has to get out there.
It has to get out there.
Somebody could be driving down the street right now.
Yeah.
This story has to get out there.
It do.
So let's get into this next story, this next clip.
But we begin with the search for missing 2-year-old Wynter Cole. Thank you for joining us for 7 Action News at 5. I'm Brian Abel. Police say Wynter's mother was stabbed before the child was kidnapped from a home in Lansing. Investigators say Wynter was taken by the mother's ex-boyfriend. Police in St. Clair Shores arrested that ex-boyfriend this morning, but still no sign of Wynter. 7 Action News reporter Simon Shakette has been tracking the case and talking with Wynter's grandmother.
Right now, that search is still underway for Wynter Cole Smith, with the FBI assisting police. In the meantime, the child's grandmother, who lives in this community, is sharing a powerful message. Clutching a small sandal and robe belonging to 2-year-old granddaughter Wynter Cole Smith, Sharon Eddings is struggling with so many emotions since Wynter was taken from a home on Beau Hardin Drive in Lansing late Sunday evening, triggering an Amber Alert. Police say Wynter's 22-year-old mother was stabbed by former boyfriend, 26-year-old Rashad Malak Trice, with whom she has a 1-year-old child who is not missing. Trice believed to have taken Wynter and left the area in a white-colored Chevy Impala.
They got into some type of argument. I don't know why or what, and he stabbed her several times. From what we hear, she was able to wound him by stabbing him a couple of times. He grabbed my granddaughter, not his child, and threatened to hurt her and ran.
St. Clair Shores police found Trice at about 6 a.m. and arrested him following a pursuit and crash on Little Mac north of 10 Mile. They say he resisted arrest and refused to answer questions involving Wynter's whereabouts. For Sharon, there's partial relief that both Wynter's mother and an injured officer are expected to recover. However, her only sense of comfort comes from recalling plans to teach Wynter lessons in science and math, which they looked forward to together.
Once I realized how smart she was, I went out and bought laptops because I figured I'd give her another year, and then we would all get together and I can start teaching her. This is her sandal that I kept when I took her to the park, and she got it dirty. And I just remember the first time I heard her say, "Oh no!" And that's her favorite word. And then I have her robe that I bought her when she was, much smaller, and so it just helps me stay connected to her.
Coming up at 6, how police are updating this Amber Alert and what the child's grandmother is saying about her father's plans to return to the area. From Detroit's West Side.
Prayers, but lots of police work being done right now.
Yeah, and an all-out search to find this little girl. And we want to show you her picture. She is absolutely adorable. Like you said, 2-year-old Wynter Smith. Her picture is everywhere. It's up on billboards. It's on every media website imaginable. This is a little girl that's been missing since the middle of the night, actually since late last night. And the man you're seeing in this video is the man that they believe is the kidnapper and who is the suspect also in allegedly stabbing the girl's mother. He is the ex-boyfriend. His name is Rashad Trice. He's 26 years old. Mother of the little girl of Wynter is in the hospital after allegedly being stabbed by him. And I want to point out that he is not the father of this little girl, of little Wynter. Meanwhile, leaving Lansing, we do not know where this child is, but he ends up in St. Clair Shores with a police chase going up to 100 miles per hour, and he is taken into custody early this morning. Meanwhile, the search for this little girl continues. We spoke with her grandmother and a witness to that high-speed chase and crash. Take a listen.
I have Wynter's sandal I've been holding on to in her robe that I bought her just to feel close to her.
We got the Amber Alert. I was awake when that happened and stuff. And then, like I said, we saw it and so I reviewed it on the video and that's how it happened.
I teach STEM, and so I was looking forward to, I volunteered in schools teaching a lot of our kids coding, giving back to the community. And I'm asking people to help me to find my granddaughter.
It hurts your heart to hear her, hear the pain and fear in her voice. This is obviously a story that everyone has been watching very closely. So many law enforcement agencies involved in this. There is a tip line that the FBI has set up, 1-800-CALL-FBI. Of course, they are involved, Michigan State Police, Lansing Police, Detroit Police, Sterling Heights, St. Clair Shores, East Point. The list goes on and on. Unfortunately, I do want to share also with you that sources close to the investigation say that when they did take him into custody, that there was no emotion whatsoever, and that at one point he actually tried to reach for an officer's gun during all this. It goes without saying that everyone wants this little girl home safe, but as the hours go on, each hour goes on, people are just more fearful. Of course, we'll be staying on top of the story, bringing the latest as soon as we get it.
Camille, mentioned multiple police agencies, including the FBI, being involved. Do they believe that the baby is still in the state? Do they have any leads, any credible leads at this point? Do you know?
They're not saying the suspect does have family here in this area. The biological father of this little girl is down south in college. He's actually in the process of flying back up to Michigan for this. We do know that he has ties to this area. The suspect does, and obviously ties to Lansing, where this all happened. Amber Alert, obviously a nationwide search. Be on the lookout. But of course, we have him. They have him. They've got the car. They've got. But now, where is this little girl? That's the million-dollar question.
Well, hopefully the suspect will reveal some details. That certainly would help at this point. Camille, we can only hope. Thank you.
I pray. When I say I pray that he say something. Because that's what we need right now, y'all. At this point, almost 24 hours. I do have an update while we've been watching. I do have an update. Why we've been watching, but while we've been on air. I do have an update, and I'm going to play that update right after the next clip. But we need to pray that he say something. Because to me right now, that's the only thing that's going to help besides the Lord. At this point, it's all in God's hands at this point.
Yeah.
It's been almost 24 hours. There's no way possible. There is no way possible that a 2-year-old can walk around 24 hours, nothing to eat, nothing to drink, and walk around. I mean, it would be a miracle. Unless he took this baby to somebody that's hiding this baby. That's another thing. That is possible. That somebody is crazy out there and they are holding this baby for him. And eventually, if that is the case, he's going or she's going to say something. Eventually. They have to say something. These are the clips that I do not like to show. These are the clips. But if I don't do it, who else is going to do it? That's how I look at things. This has to be put out there. It has to. Let's go to the comments. Refuse him food and water. She said if they refuse him food and water, he'll start talking. He'll say something. He shouldn't be allowed any comforts until he talks. Make him stand up. He can't sit down. He can't lay down. He can't be amongst himself. Bring his mama in. And that's another thing, Lisa. Her mother, she said that she's waiting to talk to his parents. She has not heard from his parents at all. That could help.
Yeah.
She may not know what type of man she's dealing with right now. The law may not know. Yeah, you got him in custody, but do you really know this man at this point? No, you do not. This is crazy. Lisa, is there anything you want to say before we get into the next clip?
So what I'm understanding, this is her ex-boyfriend?
Lisa, everything is allegedly on Peachy Tea Time.
Okay.
So with that being said, all I can do is tell you what I think. I think this was his boyfriend, her boyfriend, until it became public that he done took off. They probably got into an argument.
Yeah, because they were. She said because it did say that she got to stab him a few times too.
He was stabbed, and this from what her siblings said.
Yeah, what the siblings said. Yeah, so
he stabbed her.
It was a fight. It was a fight.
Yep.
It was an escalation. He took the child out of spite. And we need to find the child. We need to find the child at this point and I just want people to realize that when you're with a significant other and you're bringing them around your children, you got to make sure everything up there right and tight, because you don't know if some people don't have no regard for themselves. They definitely ain't got no regard for nobody else. And when it comes to children, you got to be a sick individual to take all of your anger, your rage, and your frustration that you have with the mother out on a child. Let's please, if you see little signs of anything with somebody around your children or with you, if they mistreat you or do you wrong, don't ever think that being with them, your children are safe. Because if they hurting you, they don't mind what they'll do to your child. So we got to just be really mindful of the people we bring around our children and who we choose to bring in our homes around our kids. Because some people ain't wrapped too tight. Some people is just, again, that evilness is in them. And to have that much rage and that much revenge, because that's revenge. If you took her child that's not your child,
thank you,
when you could have took your child and got on, if you were that, no, you were trying, it wasn't about the kids at that point. It was about getting back at her. And so I took your child because clearly your child is important to you. And then my child, if I'm thinking my child, I'm not going to hurt my child. If my intentions to take a child, that's my thing. Like, we have to look at this. It's just, I pray, y'all. I pray that child get back safe. I pray that by, God's ability to do the impossible.
We know it's possible.
That it's going to be possible. This is a lot. It's a lot.
And you know what? And Lisa? Yes. I've sat in here and said that you are part of Peachy Tea Time. You coming on once a month.
Yeah.
Lisa, I've been doing this for over 2 years now.
I don't know how you do it.
This is not the first time we've seen something like this. These are the type of clips that I bring to Peachy Tea Time. I'm just being honest.
No, and I love it. I love showing the ugly and all of it.
I don't want to.
I know you don't, and I know your motive is something different. It ain't just to show us stuff to make us feel sad. But I will say this, even on my own timeline, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I can't watch certain videos. I can't watch a lot of death videos. I mean, I really can't watch no death videos or no killings and stuff. Something about my inner it just don't sit right. And so this, I'm being a professional in this because I understand, but I ain't gonna lie, I commend you for being able to sit and watch this stuff because I can't. I cannot give my attention because I know how things affect me. It affects me a little bit different because I could be up at night thinking about this situation, or I could be not able to sleep because I'm worried, or because I have a niece, I have a nephew, I have little babies around me, and I don't know what I would do if this was a situation for me to deal with. And so I pray that family finds peace, healing, and that child. Most of all, that child. But it's just I have to sometimes protect my sanity because this is real, and this hurts.
It is.
Because
It's
it's
real.
happening.
It is. And it ain't easy. And I tell everybody before PGT time, I was the one watching Cops, For My Man, First 48, After the First 48. I was watching all this stuff.
Okay.
Before I even knew that God was preparing me for this. You see what I'm saying? Preparing me to do what I'm doing.
Right.
It's not easy. Lord knows it's not easy.
It's not.
But somebody got to do it.
Yeah.
Somebody, and trust me, I think about these things. Lisa, I think about them. I think about them when I wake up. I think about them sometimes when I go to bed at night.
Okay.
But it ain't nothing but God that gets me through these. I still have happy days. I still have a good time. I still party, hey, do what it do. But
and that's good.
Somebody gotta do it.
You don't take your work home with you, even though, which you do think about it, but you still know how to balance it, because watching this stuff all the time, I'm telling you, you got to do something to your mental. Because I know for me, I just don't watch certain things because I know how I am wired, and I know how I am. So I know that certain things is going to affect me a little bit more than others. So I commend you for being able to turn it off and turn it on.
Commend me. Now we do got a visitor, girl. We got a visitor. We got a visitor in the building. But this is what we gonna do for this visitor that's in the building, baby. We gonna show our not the last clip. We gonna show the last clip that I had prepared. Okay. And then after this last clip, we're going to after this clip, we're gonna bring up our visitor. Okay. And then after the visitor, all three of us is going to watch the update to this together. Okay? Because our visitor been watching. I see my visitor down there. Hey, visitor, I see you. And I know you see me. But let's go ahead. We're gonna get into this clip. Then we're gonna bring our visitor up. So when we come back, y'all gonna see our visitor.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
An Amber Alert still in effect tonight. Police agencies across the state urgently searching for a missing toddler from Lansing. It's a story we've been following all day on air and online. Wynter Smith was last seen in Lansing around 11:30 Sunday night.
Now, she was believed to be with 26-year-old Rashad Trice. Police say he took the little girl after a domestic dispute with her mother. Trice was arrested this morning after a chase over in St. Clair Shores, but Wynter was not with him. Victor Williams has been working this story throughout the day, and I understand that you talked to family members tonight who want to clear up some misinformation that may be out there.
Yeah, that's right, Karen and Kimberly. You know, we have been closely following this story ever since that Amber Alert was issued. But still no sign of this 2-year-old little girl, unfortunately. And the longer that she stays away, the harder it is on her family.
The phone rang, and it was my son, and I can tell he was distressed. And when I understood what he was saying, all I can say is, I've never been through this before. What do we do now?
The grandmother of Wynter Cole Smith, Sharon Eddings, recalls the heartbreaking moments she found out her 2-year-old granddaughter was allegedly kidnapped by Rashad Trice.
When it set in, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Rashad is not Wynter's biological father, but is said to be an ex of the mother. It's alleged that he also stabbed the 22-year-old woman before taking Wynter along with her Chevy Impala.
When he stabbed her, from what I understand from her sister, she was able to stab him back, right, wound him back, and that's when he grabbed Wynter and threatened to harm her, and that's when he left.
Sharon says Trice also had another biological son at home during the stabbing, but left him and took Wynter instead. He was later taken into custody after crashing in St. Clair Shores following a short police chase. But Sharon says there's a lot of misinformation out there because of a miscommunication.
Her grandfather posted saying that she's gone, but what he meant was she's missing, and people took that as though she's deceased, and that started to spread. And so we need to spread the message that she's not found, she's not deceased.
While she's waiting for the best outcome possible, she's also hoping that those who are along Trice's route can help make that a reality.
We know he came through Southfield, we know he ended up in Hamtramck and then St. Clair Shores. So if you live along the service drive, please check your ring cameras in Hamtramck. Somebody coming off the freeway, check your cameras.
And from what we understand, Trice is not cooperating with police by not telling them where exactly Wynter is. But we know from the hours of about 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. he was seen driving all throughout Detroit. So if you guys may have seen that Chevy Impala just for one moment, the color is white, by the way, police, they want to hear from you. You can also call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP. Victor Williams, Local 4.
We know you're closely monitoring.
We got a visitor. We got a visitor. Oh, we got a visitor. Willie. Thank you so much, Willie, for joining us tonight. I really appreciate you showing up. As soon as Lisa come back on, I'm gonna bring her back up.
Right on.
Willie, you have a
tell Lisa I wasn't trying to be too tough.
She's coming back up. She's coming back up.
Okay.
When she come back up,
but yeah, I got a daughter named Wynter.
Yes. Yeah, there she go. Hey, boo.
Right.
Hello.
There go the homie. What's up, Lisa? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Excellent. Yeah, I got my daughter. That's her name, Wynter. I named her after a Sister Soldier book, Coldest Winter Ever.
Coldest winter ever. Yes, I love that book. I love it. And
Yeah,
I have a niece. I have a niece named Wynter just as well. And that's the first thing that came to my mind when I heard the name Wynter. Lisa, you can leave your mic unmuted. We good tonight. You can leave your mic unmuted, so you come in at any time.
Okay.
This right here took me to a whole nother level. This was one of the most hurtful things that I've heard in a very long time. And the thing that sticks out to me the most, Willie, and it also, I'm sure, sticks out to Lisa the most, is that he left his own child, his own flesh and blood with the mother, but took her child and somebody else's child that's off in college doing this stuff fizzle and did whatever he did. Because we all praying for the best. We all want this baby to come home.
Right.
But Lisa, do you agree with me? Is that the main thing that sticks out to you? Is that he took somebody else's child and not his own?
Absolutely, because when we see those type of cases, it's some deeper rooted feelings that he have about that child and that mother or that father. It could be so many different reasons why he did that, but it's like it's got to be some deep rooted evilness and anger he has against the mother and connection to that child, whatever that may be. Because you could have took your child and got on.
Yeah. And said, I don't want my child around her.
Yeah, if you didn't want that intent, or if you didn't have no intent of harm, you would have took your child.
Exactly.
Because you ain't got no intent of harm. You just want to get away from that woman. I want my child and me away from that woman. So you took that child, and then you actually hurt somebody before that. You stabbed the woman. So again, that's deep-rooted anger, evilness, and that's crazy. I'm like, I don't even know. I don't want to say the wrong things.
Exactly.
Because this is
no, we understand.
I just really don't want to say the wrong thing, like, because
I keep saying we understand, like I know Willie like that, and I'm like, we understand, but no, I completely understand. I completely
I don't want to just get no therapeutic answer. This is like, real. It's happening in real time. Now, if this was the case that happened already, yeah, I get my therapeutic standpoint. But again, it's happening, and they have hope that young baby is alive, and we all do. But
we all do.
We know that there's a flip side to the coin, and I don't want to think about it, and I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I don't want to make nobody feel bad. We are just going to pray the little girl is okay.
I get it.
That's the only thing I'm going to do, because I don't want to overstep my bounds and say the wrong thing. Again, the tongue is powerful, and you can say the wrong thing, and some shit turn around. So I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to pray for them. Yeah. Yeah.
Willie,
how old was this kid that he got with her? Because he had a child with her too. How old was this child? Was this child older or younger than the 2-year-old?
Yeah, it was younger. It was younger than the 2-year-old.
Mm-hmm. And it sounded to me like, I ain't no professional, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it. Yeah, it sounded like to me like he was jealous of the father.
That's how
he was jealous of the daddy. The daddy was in college. The daddy on a fast track to try to do something with his life. The family probably liked the daddy. But at the same time, now he popped the baby in this girl and he wanted to be with him. And maybe she was trying to pull away. You feel me? So like I said, I just feel like it's a tough situation. And it's tough for the father because you can't control who your ex can have around your children. Like this man went in there and stabbed his ex lady, his child's mother. And those kind of situations, like, you hate for your child to be in a position like that. And then even worse than that is that now all of a sudden your child is missing. That's tough. And it is like, man, like, what can you, as a father, as a man, what can you even do in that situation? I know he's trying to fly back in town now, but that ruins your college experience. That ruins a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I pray that the kid comes back whole. You know what I'm saying? I hope that he dropped the kid off at somebody's house. Just say hi this child out for a while. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
And I'm
at the
hoping
same
that
time,
somebody ignorant as hell, like very ignorant, dumb, stupid, that would take this baby in and hold this baby all this time. I really hope it's somebody out there that's like that. And I'm just being honest. Like Willie said, I ain't no professional either. So I get where Lisa coming from. Lisa, baby, I get where you coming from. And it's going to be times. It's going to be times that you have to just, sit back for a second. But don't worry. The missus going to fill on in. I'm going to fill on in. She's like, thank you.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. Because I'm serious.
I get it. I 100% get it. You know, but when you come over here to Peachy Tea Time with the missus, Miss Peachy, Tania, whatever you want to call me, all I can do is just speak how I speak. That's it. And this is messed up. This is really, really messed up, y'all. That this man, this boy, did this. Did y'all see what this boy look like? Y'all seen him? He look like he ain't gonna hurt a butterfly. What got you in this situation? That whatever this young lady has done, and Willie, I've been watching some of your stuff. Can't watch it all, but I've been watching some of your stuff. Yes, women, there are some women out there that do stupid ass shit. Just stupid for no reason. You got about 2, 3, 4 kids, and you still out here doing stupid stuff. Now, I'm not saying whatever happened with this woman, she was doing stupid stuff. I'm not saying that at all. Because at this point, we can't go back to yesterday. Hell, we can't go back to 20 hours. Literally, all we can do is pray. That's all we can do. But it's sad and it's messed up when you had your whole child right there. But it's a purpose for everything. Everything. It's a reason behind everything, good or bad. It's a reason. I just had to say that. I'm telling you, when I tell you, I'm getting teary-eyed right now. Because this is what my show is about, Willie. You know what I'm saying? Just hitting that real.
You know I give you your props all the time. Cut it out.
You get me. I know you get me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I give you props because I feel like you're putting in real work.
I just feel like it's crazy that it's people out here like this. Every last one of us grew up north. You don't know Lisa like that. I don't know Lisa like that. Me and you don't know each other like that. We just went to school together. You know what I'm saying? I bet you all three, we ain't been around no people like this in our circle that would do some stupid ass shit like this. Like,
can't be no homeboy of mine.
You took her child and you took her car. And you really think you wasn't gonna get caught? My nigga, for real?
I don't even know what the mentality can be on such a thing. We gotta ask the mental health professional. What's his diagnosis? We gonna give him some empathy. We gonna give him some empathy. Maybe he going through things.
Right.
Maybe he got a certain disorder. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, he don't get to see his kid enough. Whatever. What we gonna say on him?
You gonna let me go ahead and go?
Go ahead. I got you.
First of all, let me tell you something. I'm not giving nobody empathy. She called me on this show to give the mental health aspect. I don't care what crime you do. If you get arrested, there's going to be a psychologist there. Meaning there's a psychology behind any behavior that happens. I'm not giving empathy, sir. I'm giving you an explanation. That's your answer to that. I don't have a diagnosis for this person because, again, I'm just giving you a therapeutic, clinical answer. You guys, or some of you people out there, want me to give you the obvious. We all stated the obvious, that it's obvious that this person is evil. It's obvious that they committed a crime. It's obvious. However, the mental health aspect is not obvious because if it was obvious, she wouldn't have me on here. So, obviously,
And if
it's
it
not
was obvious, maybe he wouldn't be doing the shit.
Yeah, and if it was obvious, somebody would have got him help. If it was obvious, somebody would have got to him and tried for help. If it was obvious, we know his mental health.
Even if it's obvious, Lisa, some of us ain't going out to try to get nobody else no help. I'm just saying.
Exactly,
Not
but I'm
all of
saying,
us.
I say all that to say that when I'm not stating the obvious, because you all have already have stated the obvious. The obvious is this man has committed a heinous crime. This man is crazy. I could go on and on about the obvious. However, we ain't speaking about something that is unconscious, which is the mind. And there's a psychology behind everything you do. There's a psychology behind you just sitting right there and drinking your drink. It's a psychology behind me talking to you the way that I'm speaking to you.
Just for Chardonnay, by the way. Just for Chardonnay, y'all. But yeah.
Enjoy your drink, sir. Enjoy your drink. It's a psychology behind what she does for her show. So when I'm speaking about the psychology, it's because everything we do starts with the mind. You think a thought and you do it, or you don't think a thought and you just do it.
Well, I was just asking what would be his psychology.
I didn't give anybody a diagnosis. I only stated what could be possibilities. And with this one, again, I don't know all of the details. So I don't have a diagnosis for you, sir. And only thing I can say is that he probably don't even have no problems. He just probably deeply rooted abuse. It could be so many aspects of why this man did this. I don't know. I don't know his upbringings. I don't know what he has been through. Again, he may have mental health issues because he's sitting up here smiling like he just won a prize. So that's crazy to me. That's sick. If a person just did something to a child and they smiling.
But we don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I'm not going to give a mental health diagnosis.
No. what I'm finna say is we don't know if that was an old mug shot. You know what I'm saying? Or if that was
that's true. That's
yeah,
true.
we don't know that.
You're right. That is true, though. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, they
That's
probably
true.
use that just to let the public know this is what this man looked like. You know what I'm saying? We know this is him. We ain't
Who
found
smells
him yet.
when they take a mug
Yeah,
shot?
he looked like he was about 12 years old out with a lemon head. Look like a lemon head.
Yeah, I don't have a diagnosis for this young
And it's
man.
gonna be times. It's gonna be times where you don't.
I'm not here but I ain't here to diagnose nobody. I'm here to show you symptoms. I mean, to show you symptoms and signs of things that I've learned, or give you examples of things that I learned. I don't give diagnosis, and I can't give a diagnosis.
And we don't want you to.
On a 1 to 2 minute clip.
Willie,
Okay.
Willie, we don't want her to the PGT time. We don't want to get sued.
Yeah, of course. I guess what I was saying was with the first two clips, because I was driving, going in and out of stores at the time. But what I was catching from the first two clips, which were equally as heartbreaking, I felt like a lot of empathy was being shown to the mothers. Mental health disorders was presented for these mothers in both those instances. With this guy, I mean, I can't really give no diagnosis. That ain't what I do on this type of topic. What I'm saying is with the two women, there was diagnosis is given. You know what I'm saying? As far as like to the ailments that they were having. And of course, we all agree that those were deplorable acts on all three of these. Like, this is tough to listen to, seeing what people out here doing as parents. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like on this man's aspect of it, I feel bad for the child's father in this aspect, because he really didn't. I don't think he really had a too much of a say in what can be, who can be around his children. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he goes off to college to try to better himself for his child, or even for his child and the mother. Did he even know that this woman just had a baby with this man? Like, you just don't know exactly what goes on in these situations. And once you're out the home, those things be out of your control. And I don't know. It's just a tough situation for me. It's heartbreaking. And all I was asking for Lisa on that aspect was like, what could be possibly going on with this father, as we had examples with those two mothers earlier. I respect your answer, and I don't want to, push back or anything on that. Much respect. I appreciate what you do and your time on the show as well.
All right.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying, Willie. He just wanted to know basically what would you say that could possibly be going on with this man in his head, but she may not know. It's gonna be some stuff that she knows, some stuff that she don't know. But
of course.
Well, it's different on this case because we're talking about the mother. I never said a diagnosis. I said possibly. We all know that with women, and it comes to babies at a certain age, a mother will have postpartum depression. So I can speak to that. As far as for this, we don't have no details. Their own family don't have no real details. I was able to speak to certain things with the mothers because I could pinpoint certain things. When you have a baby and a mother, we have to think about postpartum depression. That will be the first thing anybody would look at when there's young babies. So I was able to speak to that. And when I said anything about filicide, that's really what I was telling you, was that was not a diagnosis. That is a type of murder. Like there's suicide, there's homicide, and there's filicide, which is when a mother or a father kills their child. So that's not a diagnosis. That's a name of a type of murder. So with this young man, again, I couldn't speak to it because, again, they didn't say, well, the young man has been arrested 1,000,000 times or he has a case of robbery. They didn't say much about me so I could pinpoint and say what's wrong with him. But what I will say, he may have some mental health issues. I mean, we all, as in the Black community, have some form of mental health disorders, whether we want to believe it or not, whether it's mild depression, whether it's a little anxiety, whether it's a little schizophrenia, whether it's schizoaffective. We all have some form of disorders mentally. I mean, I'm a mental health person and I have mine. So let me state that. I couldn't give you a diagnosis because we don't know anything about the young man. They didn't say much about him, and I don't have a specific thing that I can pull from to say, hey. With all the other cases, I was able to read and look at what was being stated, so I can say, well, I can make a theory on what had went on there. So I don't have much on this to give you anything because they didn't say the young man had problems in school, or they didn't say anything about him. They just said that he had an issue with the mother. They fought and stabbed each other because they said she did say that she got some stabs in too. They said
it sounded to me like postpartum hating. It sounded like he was jealous. Really, I don't know what a diagnosis would be for that, but it just sounded to me like he was a jealous man. The first lady earlier, you had a good one. I was looking it up, but I couldn't spell it right. Can you tell me it again? It was something to the effect of a mother or a father or parent thinks their child might have they try to get a spirit out of them or whatever it was. So they try to, like she was trying to harm the baby. But
she was trying to drown the baby.
Altruistic filicide.
Yeah.
Altruistic
suicide.
Altruistic suicide.
Mm-hmm. I mean, filicide. You got me saying suicide.
Filicide.
Yeah, it was filicide.
Okay.
It was filicide.
Okay, altruistic femicide. Okay, altruistic. Okay, I got it now. That's what
That's what it was. Now, we do got some comments in here. And y'all, I'm going to tell y'all how good PGT time is. I ain't read some comments. And baby, my phone over here going off like, I know you see my comment up there. Read my comments. So let me get to these comments before they start calling me next. But Meryl said, man, I hope he ain't did nothing to that baby. But we all know. Well, no, we don't know, because she would be around. She would be around by now. If he gave the baby to one of his friends and family members, anything he done, put that baby, man. Lawrence, you need to type it out. Quit speaking it. Type it out. Well, he gonna have to do something, Poolie. Sorry, y'all. Lawrence, I didn't even want to log on tonight. This is too sad. Lawrence, quit putting stuff like that in here. Wow, Willie made it back. That's what's up. I'm glad you got it together, homie. Lawrence so crazy. Lawrence is here from Atlanta. He watched the show that you was on. And trust me, Willie, he wrote me and he said, why did you pull him down? He said, Willie, come on, both of y'all playing games. No, it's not that, Lawrence. I don't think it has nothing to do with what's in between this lady legs, Lawrence. Like, you have taken your own child. Anyways, I ain't even get into what Lawrence got to say. Let's play this update. Okay? This is the update right now. So let's go ahead and we're gonna play this. And can y'all mute yourselves? Y'all gonna have to mute yourself. Lawrence, I will call you after the show. Quit texting, Lawrence, please. I love you.
Tonight, the search intensifies for 2-year-old Wynter Smith, who was abducted last night in Lansing. But now the search has shifted to Metro Detroit. The story has been developing ever since you got the alert on your phone around 2 this morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kimberly Gill.
Good evening. I'm Karen Drew in for Devin Skillion tonight. Wynter was believed to be with a 26-year-old man who is the ex-boyfriend of the mother. Now, he was arrested this morning after leading police on a chase into St. Clair Shores. Pamela Osborne joins us now live. And Pam, family members want Wynter back home immediately.
They certainly do, and the search for her continues nearly 24 hours after she was last seen. With every passing moment that goes by, the concerns they have for her well-being only intensify. Wynter Smith is still out there, and her family is holding out hope that she'll be home soon.
I feel like I'm there with her. Yeah, she needs somebody there with her. So, yeah.
The FBI and several local law enforcement agencies are actively searching for the toddler. Her grandmother, Sharon Eddings, describes the violent way in which Wynter was taken from her mother late Sunday night in Lansing.
When he stabbed her, from what I understand from her sister, she was able to stab him back, right, wound him back. And that's when he grabbed Wynter and threatened to harm her. And that's when he left.
Wynter's mother was hospitalized. Her ex-boyfriend, 26-year-old Rashad Trice, is a man who police say took off with Wynter. He is not her biological father. Monday morning, police in St. Clair Shores spotted the car Trice got away in. There was a chase, a crash, and then Trice was taken into police custody. Wynter was not with him. Trice is known to have connections here in the city of Detroit. That's one of the reasons why they're asking anyone and everyone to keep your eye out for 2-year-old Wynter. Her family, again, so incredibly desperate to get her back home. Her mother, by the way, at last check, remains in the hospital and listed in stable condition. Reporting live tonight, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
Such a terrifying story. Okay, we know you'll keep us updated. We appreciate it. Thank you, Pam.
All right. So that was the update, y'all. That was the update. Y'all, Lisa gotta go. Lisa, she already told me at the beginning of the show.
Right, Mr. Willie ain't got nothing to do with you, sir. Ain't got nothing to do with you.
She already told me at the beginning.
Back to Miss Peachy. I had to leave, yes. So,
but sometimes when we have these type of shows, sometimes it does run over. Thank God that tomorrow is the 4th of July, so a lot of people are not working. Yes. You know, I feel like besides Christmas, 4th of July is Black folks' favorite holiday, and Thanksgiving.
No, Juneteenth for me now. Now. I'm wearing red and blue tomorrow. I ain't doing that. I'm wearing my African colors.
I know that's right, boo. I know that's right. Well, Lisa, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I will see you next month. Hopefully, because we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk after this.
Yeah, we definitely gonna talk.
Yes, we gonna talk. So you let me know, how you feel about everything. But hopefully we'll see you next month.
Okay.
I really enjoyed you tonight. Please let everybody know where they can find you.
So you can find me on Instagram at Lisa Renee Speaks 01. My website is www.lisareneespeaks.com. Y'all can find me there. Facebook, Lisa Renee. I enjoyed this. Again, I do this because this is what I love to do. I do this because this is what is within me, and somebody saw some greatness within me to allow me to give my perspective. So I appreciate that. Your girl finna go enjoy her day, enjoy her night. I have my hubby here waiting for me, so let me go ahead and go. Much love.
Thank you, hubby.
Enjoy y'all holidays. Everybody be safe. You guys have a nice night.
Thank you.
I'm out. Hi, girl. Hi, y'all. Yep.
Bye. Willie, you on mute.
All right. I want to say she an awesome contributor to your show. I feel like she comes with a wealth of knowledge.
Yes.
She makes sure she keeps it very professional. Yes. She comes in with some good critical thinking that and touches on these subjects. Like I like how you basically pitch the ball out with this great content, and she can really diagnose it well. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the work you doing with the show, as far as bringing attention to a lot of these tough subjects, really goes a long way in helping people be able to process these things. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I commend you. And I think Lisa is an awesome contributor to your show. Like, I want to say that. Make sure y'all get to know that I love what y'all do.
You're so funny. You're so damn funny.
I do.
Lisa, today was Lisa full day with us today. You know what I'm saying? The other time, she only came on twice.
Okay.
The second time was when you came on.
Yeah.
And the first time she came on because she had some new music. So she was dropping off her music. You know, that's when I decided to go ahead and see if she wanted to join the team, baby. Join the team.
I see what you're doing.
I saw something in there. So Willie, hopefully she'll come and return next month. I think she will. But we'll see.
I got a question for you, unpertaining to the subject matter today. But I want to talk to you about this when we're on this
we
live.
gotta come back. We gotta come back.
Come back when?
Okay.
You say come back when?
I got other clips we gotta show tonight.
Okay, I just want to say this real quick, if I can.
Yeah, you can, but don't try to say it and then try to jump off.
No. I got you. I'm on here. All right, I want to ask you this: do you, like, based on the content that I go in with, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot, do you feel like I'm overcritical of Black women?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Truthfully,
let's go there.
No. And let me tell you why. You can talk, you and Tamando. Y'all can talk all the crap y'all want to talk.
Shout out to the homie Tamando, by the way. Shout out to the homie Tamando.
But at the end of the day, I still reached out to both of y'all. I still gave, I'm sure Tamando probably told you, I don't know. But I still let Tamando know, this is what I want to do. I know this could work, and do it like that. You know what I'm saying? And because I don't want to put too much out there. I don't want to put too much out there. That ain't everybody's business right now. But at the end of the day, y'all draw the people in. They're listening. They're commenting. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Do I agree with y'all 100%? No. But guess what? At the end of the day, no matter what y'all talk about, you ain't talking about the missus. You ain't talking about Miss Peachy. You ain't talking about Tanel. Just like when women say what they got to say about men, they're not talking about Willie. They're not talking about Tamando. They never said y'all names. No matter how y'all feel about women doing this, women doing that, women acting like this, women doing that, saying that, they haven't said it to you. So if I know that you ain't put a stamp on it, you ain't put a name on it, then you ain't talking about me. So therefore, it's entertaining to me.
See me on my end?
Get mad. I can see why some women get mad.
Yeah.
But I know you're not talking about me. So
well, my big thing is I'm trying to help. Like, I try to be thought provoking. And on my end, I look at it more so like the Black man and the Black woman are two sides of the same coin. Like, I can't go nowhere without my wife. You know what I'm saying? And I would hope that she feels the same necessity, need, and want, desire with me, right? So I look at it more so like we two sides of the same coin. I do a lot of aspiring men to be better men. Get on your purpose. Have some deep discipline about yourself. Be able to be a protector, a provider. These things come with putting in reps. You got to build yourself for those situations where you are called upon and needed. Now, if I'm trying to really work on getting men to be better men and ignore the women, then what kind of world am I sending my three sons out into? Putting them, helping them to be the best men that they can be. What kind of women are they going to attract? What kind of women are they going to have children with, have a life with, give 50 years to? Me and my wife trying to get 50 years together. You know what I'm saying? Would that be possible for my three sons? Would that be possible for my only daughter? So a lot of the advice I give women, a lot of the critical steps I take with women, I do the same thing with men. Men don't take it the same way. Ain't no man ever come to me who hurt you. You know what I'm saying? So on my end, it's like I'm trying to be fair to both genders, but it's only the women that get hurt. Like that hurt dog holler when you throw a stone kind of thing. And it's like, hey, I'm not talking about you in particular, like you just said. What's about what I'm saying is so wrong. You should be telling, like when I say, hey, don't have children out of wedlock, marry before you carry. Like, of course, that as a woman, as a single mother, be like, damn, F him. But at the same time, the advice I'm saying, she should be giving her daughter.
But all women is not like that. Yes, there are some women that just getting very upset with you for saying that stuff like that. But for the ones that are doing that, like, I don't see anything wrong with what you're saying. I did exactly what you are just saying. You know what I'm saying? Only difference is I shacked up. Up.
Hey, I wouldn't mind my daughter going to.
And I know that that's not right.
I wouldn't mind my daughter going the Peaches route and get you married.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I did it the right way, except for I shacked up. That's it. You know, but I had an example from my parents. My parents set an example. My parents is about to be 48 years in, married. 48 years.
Hey, you got to get them some claps for that. That's awesome.
Sorry, Mama Peach. Sorry. July 12th.
That is amazing.
48 years.
That is amazing. That's amazing.
I love you, Mama Peach. You know, but we got to move on because that's for Friday nights. So you got to come back for Friday night then. Because Friday night is love and relationships. Okay? It's love and relationships. So we got to hurry up. We got to move into these next clips. We almost out of here, y'all. We're almost out of here. But, you know, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is. We got to put it out there. You know, I hate that Lisa felt the way she felt. But these are the type of clips that I show. I don't have time to show shit that y'all can just see on a regular basis. I don't have time for that. So I go in. And here is another clip of going in. Here we go.
Cab police are working to solve a grim mystery. Some residents discovered a child's body in a vacant apartment at the Hidden Valley complex on Misty Waters Drive Sunday. The little girl had been dead for some time. Fox 5's Deidre Dukes joins us live from the complex with what she's learned today. Deidre?
So many questions now unanswered. Who was she? How did this little girl die? And so many other questions that investigators are working to determine and figure out. Where is her family? As they try to answer these questions and solve the mystery of this very disturbing case.
Police came to my door the evening that they found her.
Catherine Costello was stunned to learn of the grim discovery made in an upstairs unit of her apartment building Sunday.
I was shocked, to think that something happened like that right close to me.
A neighbor called police after smelling a foul odor coming from this vacant apartment at the Hidden Valley apartment complex on Misty Waters Drive. The man told police he went inside to investigate and discovered the body of a little girl in a closet.
That anybody would do such a thing. You know, it shakes your feeling of security.
Police say the child appeared to be between 2 and 4 years old. From the condition of the body, it was evident the child had been dead for some time.
It's sad. It's very sad. It's very sad because, for a child to be in there that long a period of time.
Residents of the complex wonder how something like this could happen.
It's just sad. It's terrifying for a child, just to be in there for that long period of time. It's heartbreaking.
Investigators now working to identify the child, locate her family, and determine how she died. According to the police report, officers recovered a piece of mail in the apartment addressed to a woman. Costello recalls a woman living in the upstairs unit earlier in the year and said if she had a child, Costello never saw it.
The child never went out of the apartment. Didn't go to school. There was nobody to say, where is this kid? And that in itself is a sad statement about the world we live in.
Now, we reached out to DeKalb County investigators and the medical examiner's office for an update on this case. Meanwhile, anyone with information is urged to contact DeKalb police. In DeKalb County, Deidre Dukes, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, somebody's out there who has to know something. Hopefully they come forward. Thanks so much, Deidre.
That's close to home to you, ain't it?
But, yeah. But, Willie, you ain't. I don't think they feel it. Hold on. Listen to this.
A 7-year-old recently found dead in the closet of a DeKalb County apartment complex is now raising money for her funeral expenses and demanding justice as well. Her name is Olivia Hobbs Jordan. She was just 7 years old. Her mother, Alondra Hobbs, was arrested Friday and is now being charged with murder for her death. But her court appearance scheduled for today was pushed back. And tonight, the little girl's family is talking with our very own Teresa Bowles for the very first time.
small memories.
I remember when I first met her, she was like 6 months. Me and my husband used to spoil her. She was my everything.
For a life cut too short.
I would have never thought my daughter would do something like this. I'm really lost for words.
Tammy Matthews' daughter, Alondra Hobbs, is facing felony murder and second-degree cruelty charges in the death of 7-year-old Olivia Hobbs Jordan.
Because every morning I wake up, I just shake my head.
DeKalb County police say this sweet face was found dead at Hidden Valley Apartments. The man who found her described her as looking like a mummy. An arrest warrant obtained by 11 Alive Hobbs is accused by investigators of placing the child in a stroller, pushing it into a closet, then leaving it with no intention on returning.
Olivia wasn't supposed to be in no closet. She deserved to live a little longer than what she did.
As the family awaits autopsy results, Olivia's aunt, Latrice Robinson, is hoping for a different outcome.
Really happy. Because maybe she had something going on. Maybe somebody could have killed the baby. And maybe she ain't had nothing to do with it. She probably was scared to come forward.
Olivia is Matthew's oldest granddaughter. It's been a little over a week, and she says she doesn't even know where to start when it comes to funeral expenses.
I never even seen a casket that little, you know.
Matthew says she hasn't spoken to her daughter and doesn't want to because she could have asked for help. She had no idea what was going on, but now she has to come up with a short-term plan with feelings of disbelief for the long haul.
Justice should be served.
No one plans for a funeral for a 7-year-old. The family says they need help with Olivia's funeral service. Family set up a GoFundMe. We have a link on 11alive.com. In DeKalb County, Teresa Bowles, 11 Alive News.
Yes, Willie, that is not DeKalb County, but yes, I'm in Georgia. I'm in Georgia, but this is what's going on.
That was wild. That was wild.
Pushed into the closet in her stroller and just left her there.
Did you hear how the aunt was making excuses? Maybe she ain't do it.
I knew you was gonna feel that way.
Oh Lord,
I was watching it.
I almost tipped over my phone.
I was like, oh, here we go with the excuses again. I knew it.
Oh my goodness. Could a woman just be a dirtbag? Can a woman just be a dirtbag in America? I wonder. Because man, we got empathy. No, that was terrible. That was a horrible situation.
But Willie, listen though. Let's just play devil's advocate for a minute.
Oh Lord.
Hold on. I'm not making no excuses. But let's just, because everything on PGT time is allegedly. It's allegedly. We was not there. We don't know if she literally pushed that baby in that closet with the stroller or not. We don't know that because we was not there. All we is doing is going off of these news broadcasts. And again, everybody that's watching, this is why on Wednesdays, every Wednesday, unless we don't have a guest, but on Wednesdays, we have the families that come in and they can tell their own damn stories about what they know that the news ain't told us. I just showed y'all the clip. Willie, you saw the clip. Not the clip, but you saw the show. That how the news, the police, the detectives, whatever you want to call them, with Carlisha, how they just showed that she was standing up in line, and then they showed her and her son outside. And we looking for them for a murder. But never showed the clip where the man was boom, boom, boom. Never showed that clip. You see what I'm saying? So this is why I have the families that come on. So they can tell the entire story that they know of, allegedly. But we wasn't there. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm rolling with the news. And the news said that she pushed the baby in there and left. And said deuces. She threw up the deuces, y'all. And left.
Maybe she ain't come forward because she was scared.
Because
Somebody.
she was scared.
Whoa, Auntie.
But some people be in denial. We know this. Some
That
people
was,
be in denial and just be hoping and praying and wishing that the person that I seen born into this world, I know we ain't taught this child nothing, no mess like this. I know we did our part. We raised her. We showed her love.
it sounded to me, Peachy, it sounded like she ain't want to be a mama no more.
Who?
She like, look,
Oh, the girl.
Yeah, the girl, like, I quit. I don't want to be no mama no more. Nah, this is how I want to be single. I can be doing some things with my life. And she went on with her life.
Do you
now
think
that mugshot picture? I don't know how no man is sitting down trying to procreate with that. But I'm sure she dolled herself up good when she need to. But I'm just saying, like, whoa, hey, she just decided, Peachy, she just decided she ain't want to be no mama no more. I quit. I need a reset. She pushed that child into in the closet in a stroller and didn't give no F's about it. That's horrible.
it is
That's a horrible human being.
It is horrible, but we've seen that on PGT time. We've seen.
I'm over here glossy eyed right now. Like, damn, how can somebody, like, I got 4 kids. How can somebody be, whoa, that callous with your own, something that came out your own womb?
Now, if you go back and watch some of my previous shows, you will see some of the parents literally sitting up there doing a press conference. Where's my child? I don't know where my baby is. Where's my baby? I just did it. I can't find my baby. And then less than 2 days, news break. She done killed the baby. But we just saw this girl up here boo-hoo crying.
I remember that story, yeah.
You know, it's several stories like that. So people wonder how I can sit here and come on here and do these shows. I've seen it. We've seen it over and over and over and over again. I just look at these people now and just be like, what? Is what you decide to do? I wasn't brought up around people like this. As far as I'm concerned, my mom and daddy shelter me. They shelter me. That's what they did.
Saginaw wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad at all. I don't give what we saw. It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
What I have seen from doing PGT time in the last 2.5 years. Now.
Hey, I want to say on that aspect, what you think about the grandparents who ain't had really no involvement with this child? Didn't think to call like, hey, I ain't saw my grandbaby in a while, blah, blah, blah. None. But now they got a GoFundMe going.
Now,
hey, I would just say,
going, yes, that's crazy. But
I'm at the point where I don't like humans. I really feel like I don't really give them the benefit of the doubt no more. I can't trust humans no more. And it's like, man, like I wish we could get together and just say, let's pay for the funeral. If I could just say, let's pay for this funeral. Let's make sure this kid got a good send off. Let's make sure that kid got a tombstone. I would love to do that. But to see that family get outpours of sympathy from people, $200,000, $300,000, and trick it all off on themselves. Like, I can't trust humans no more. I don't know, PG. What say you, homie?
You done took it to a whole nother level.
Oh Lord, that's what my head be. I'm telling you.
Okay, we've been to move on.
Oh Lord, look at you.
Yes, we have more. Let me tell you, sometimes I be like, y'all, I gotta go. I gotta get off here. I still be having people in the comments like, no, give us one more. Just give us about 1 or 2 more. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with us. We just extra observant of what's going on in this world. We is extra observant.
I see.
Yeah.
All right, I just shared it to my profile, by the way. But yeah, go ahead.
Share, y'all. Make sure y'all share, like, subscribe,
Of course.
all that. Okay,
All that.
all that. So let's get into this next one. After this, we just got one more last story. After this clip, we got one more last story. Lawrence, quit messaging me. I'm not gonna look at your messages.
Look at that man. Look at what little Lauren said.
I ain't got time. We gotta move on. But let's get into this. Pay attention, everybody, including Willie. Pay attention, y'all.
Of the unthinkable, leaving her 16-month-old little girl home alone while she went on vacation for 10 days.
Her daughter did not survive. Our Noelle Williams was inside the courtroom this morning when this woman faced a judge.
Crystal Candelario, the same woman prosecutors say recently went on vacation as her 16-month-old daughter. Jaylene Candelario died, is now in handcuffs. Today, face-to-face with the judge, she maintains her innocence.
And her not guilty plea, ask for reasonable bond, and for the public defenders to be appointed.
Inside this West Side home is where Cleveland police say precious Jaylene was left alone while her mother was on a 10-day vacation to Detroit and Puerto Rico. According to Cuyahoga County prosecutors, when the 31-year-old finally returned home, she found her sweet baby girl dead in a pack-and-play pen covered in urine and feces. Neighbors previously told 19 News this was not the first time Candelario left Jaylene.
Her mom always wanted to go out and just left her with her grandma and all that.
According to this release from the prosecutor's office, it says the 16-month-old baby girl was extremely dehydrated at the time of her death. Her mother now facing additional charges. In the same release, prosecutor Michael O'Malley states imagining this child's suffering during her last days of life alone is truly horrifying, and we will do everything in our power to seek justice on her behalf. Her bond, a whopping $1 million. However, there's no price that will ever bring back sweet baby Jaylene. At the Justice Center, Noelle Williams, 19 News.
Crystal Candelario's next court date is set for July 5th.
How do you do this on a regular basis? Good Lord, woman. I saw that story earlier today. That is tough. I want to see that.
Who leave their kids that young, 16 months, and you think they finna fend for themselves?
Well, first of all, who going on vacation to Detroit? First of all. Second of all, hey, PT, I want to see them vacation pictures.
Rest in peace to the baby. Rest in peace to the baby.
I want to see the smile she had on her face. I want to see the smile she had on her face, having the time of her life while that baby was going through what that baby was going through.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm telling you, some people just should not be parents, man.
Nope.
Some people should not be parents.
Out there that can't have kids. They can't have kids. But you gonna make sure these folks have kids. I don't get that. I don't get that at all.
And they say she been partying, she been doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, man, I want to see the smile she had on her face in Puerto Rico, having a great time. Having a great time. That's a horrible human. I don't know. I just feel like people be so psychopaths, sociopaths, whatever they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really feel like these people, like, do you not have any guilt, shame? I don't know.
She was in Ohio. Nope, she wasn't in Detroit. She was in Ohio.
She went on vacation to Detroit. She wasn't from Detroit. Yeah. But Lord, like
2 hours away to go on vacation.
Good crazy. Lord. Good Lord. No, that's heartbreaking.
My baby gone. It ain't that they saved the baby. They caught the baby in a nick of time, like the baby that almost got drowned. This baby gone. So she's about to be gone just as well. I hope it was worth it. I hope you enjoyed the vacation.
She should get life.
Another vacation.
She should get life with no parole.
That's all.
She shouldn't be allowed to be back on the street. She got to live with that.
Yeah.
She shouldn't be able to come up for parole in 10 years saying, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I was thinking. None of that. Because that baby ain't never coming back.
Yeah.
That baby don't got no chance at life.
None at all. Yes, Jasmine. Shout out the Brooklyn Squad. Y'all make sure y'all go check her out. She has a podcast on YouTube just as well and Facebook. So y'all make sure y'all go check her out. She do crime. See, Willie, I ain't the only one. She do crime just like me. So and I'm not gonna say just like me, not just like me, but she do crime as well. That's what I'm gonna say, as well. A lot of the stuff that she do, she really dig down deep into the details, the research, all of it. Okay. So y'all, please go check her out. Brooklyn Squad on YouTube and on Facebook. Okay. You welcome, boo. You welcome. Don't forget, y'all, we doing free advertisement for the month of July, for the whole month of July. Why is it free? Because it's me and my husband's anniversary. That's why. And we
Happy anniversary. What year?
2007. 777. That's when we got married, y'all. 777. And 7 equals completion. Okay. So
that's dope. That's dope.
Yes. So 777 was when we got married. Our anniversary is on Friday, 16 years. Shout out to 16 years, baby. Shout out to 16 years. We will be having a celebration, a 16-year celebration anniversary party. We will have media will be in the building. Shout out the media being in the building. R&B indie artist Anaya Lachelle. Anaya Lachelle is from Atlanta. It's from Saginaw. She's from Saginaw, Michigan. Yes, she's flying out, baby. She's flying out all the way here to Atlanta to do her thing. We got celebrity group artist Southern Players who will be in the building just as well. Shout out to Southern Players. And also we will have Tone Atlanta, he will be in the building. And also Miss Thea, she's being in the building and she will be doing spoken word. So y'all make sure y'all holla at me, hit me up so y'all can get in the building. It is a private event. No, everybody can't get in. It's a private event. Hit me up and I'll send you the details. All right. Now,
and tell your husband I said congratulations, by the way. 16 years.
16 years.
Hey, laying in the bed with the same woman, 16 years, that's a long time. I'm impressed.
Long time. Laying in the bed with a man, 16 years is a long time. Don't just put on the women. Men too, you know what I'm saying? But yes, it has been a great run, great 16 years. We actually have a show on Friday. So we will be on the show live on our 16-year anniversary. So please make sure y'all tune in on this Friday. Baby, we turning up, baby. We turning up. We cutting up. It's on. It's on, okay? So, but Willie, this is our last story. We in it. We in here. You know, it's the 4th of July tomorrow. Ain't nobody got to go to work. I don't think. Somebody got to go to work, but not us. We ain't got to go to work. We kicking it.
Life is good.
Life is good. It's good. But this last story, I'm glad you're here for it. It's about some young men. You said you have boys.
3 of them.
You got 3 of them. This is about 4 of them. 4 of them. And it ain't looking good. But here we go.
A young life lost to violence.
It's hard, man. Especially losing your last born.
Tonight, the father of the teen killed in a mass shooting at a downtown party is talking only with 5 on your side. Good evening, I'm Mike Bush, and Allred has the night off. The images of the violence and the aftermath are disturbing and difficult to watch. Early yesterday morning, 1 teen was killed, 11 others injured after gunfire rang out during a party being held at an office building on Washington Avenue. We have live team coverage tonight. Laura Barczewski talked with downtown residents and businesses about solutions to youth violence. But let's start with Robert Townsend, who spoke exclusively with the father and sister of the teen killed in the shooting. Robert's live downtown where the shooting happened. Robert.
Mike, McHale Moore's father is reeling with shock, sadness, and grief. He still cannot believe his son was killed at a party. It was the worst Father's Day of Daryl Moore's life.
I feel numb, man. I don't know what to feel.
Early Sunday morning, he got a heart-gripping phone call.
My daughter called me about 2:15 and said, "Daddy, wake up. We need to go check on KO."
The worried dad rushed to 14th and Washington Avenue in downtown St. Louis and learned his 17-year-old son, McHale Moore, had been shot and killed while at a party.
I'm shocked. Just crazy. 1 minute I'm talking to him, next minute he gone. You know, just senseless gun violence.
Police say this senseless gun violence broke out around 1 a.m. Sunday on the 5th floor of an office building. Startling surveillance images show dozens of terrified teenagers ran for their lives when the gunfire popped off. McHale died at the scene. He was the youngest of 13 and a junior at Sumner High School.
It's hard, man. Especially losing your last born. You know, I thought he was going to outlive us all.
He was caring, he was loving, like he was everything. He was a good uncle and a great brother.
11 others, ranging from 15 to 19, were injured. Survivors told police conflicting stories. Some said a group of men in all black just started shooting. Others claimed two groups were apparently arguing before shooting at each other.
I just want justice for my son.
A grief-stricken dad who must now bury his son.
It's just senseless, man. And, you know, like I agree with what the mayor's saying. We need to find something to save these kids.
And Moore now regrets letting his son go to that party. Police have arrested a 17-year-old male suspect in connection with this deadly shooting. And tonight they are still looking for several others. Live downtown, Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
And 5 on your side has obtained this surveillance photo showing multiple people bringing guns into the building. Police sources say some of the survivors told them the party was advertised on Instagram and guns and purses were not supposed to be allowed. We're also told 7 of the surviving victims come from St. Louis, the remaining coming from St. Louis County.
There are many new developments in the shooting in downtown St. Louis that killed 1 teen and injured 11 others. The first, the 17-year-old boy police had been holding, has now been released because his arrest was not tied to this case. Another new development tonight, the search for these suspects. They were all caught on camera at the party late Saturday and early Sunday into early Sunday. Police hope that the public recognizes them. Now to our Gabriela Vidal tonight, live from that crime scene where businesses are speaking up over being fed up by the violence and mismanagement. Gabby?
Yeah, Corey, businesses say they want out after a shooting took place here at 1409 Washington. That's the source of where all that violence took place Sunday morning, killing 1 teen and injuring 11. Now, while some of the debris and trash and even glass has been cleared out of the property that shattered during the shooting, at least one tutoring business has already emptied out their space, with the owner telling me she feels like previous inaction from management to address safety concerns, such as keeping the entrances locked, contributed to the problem. One property owner who's worked with the landlord who owns this building, TCM Realty, tells me it's the people the company has hired to oversee the leasing and property management that have been mismanaging the location for 6 years now. And part of the problem is who they choose to rent to.
As a property manager and owner for my properties and the clients I represent, we wait for a tenant that's going to add value to the neighborhood and not cause problems. And we're willing to wait for that. But these property owners are not. They just take anyone. You've got to find a property manager and a broker that cares.
News 4 has reached out to CCM Realty as well as the property manager and broker for comment following this shooting, but we still have not heard back yet. Reporting live downtown, Gabriela Vidal, News 4.
Gabby, thank you. Here is one more look at the
Well, we know they don't care. They won't even reach back out to her. They do not care. And I think that's a lot of the issues right now. People are so concerned on money. They got to get that bread. They got to get that paper. That they will let anything happen. Airbnbs. Another one. They just rent them out to anybody. And then before you know it, a shooting occurred. Neighborhood disturbed. Police is getting called when they could be somewhere else helping another family that really need it. They got to run out here to this party. You see what I'm saying?
I can't agree with you, Arby.
Okay, no. What's
This is tough for me because this is my realm, young black man. And on my end, I look at it more so like when are black lives gonna matter to us? Like it's too many of us killing us. Like it's a self-hate that's permeating through our culture. Some people blame it on our music choices. Some people blame it on what's our I guess cultural look at what's cool. What's cool to us is the thug, the dude that you could say, my boyfriend crazy. He crazy. That's the kids that's shooting everybody. And we protect, oftentimes in our communities, we protect the terrorists of our own communities. Like we have this no snitching. So those 4 people that we just saw, those 4 young boys or however many it was that was doing the shooting, they gonna get, it's gonna be hard for them to find somebody that'll come in and give a tip on them. Their family's gonna protect them. Their homies gonna protect them. Like these are kids that came to a well-intentioned event. We can't even blame the people that threw the party because they did everything in their power. They said no guns and no purses. You won't be able to sneak a gun in, and you ain't gonna be able to have no weapons and no purses. Like we want to have a peaceful event. And the problem is, like the property manager was saying on there, it's like, see, you're not for the last 6 years they've been renting to people that anybody. But the thing about that anybody, those antibodies that they renting to look like us.
Yep.
And we say we want opportunity. We want a chance. Give my business a chance in there. See how they redlining us. They won't let us in those buildings. They won't let us in that area. These companies got to say, fine, we're going to let the black community in them areas. And what do? It is, I keep saying, like, because we all black folks here. I look at it like we love ourselves. We got too many bad apples that are allowed to really taint our whole image. And it's so unfortunate as black folks, we got to represent our whole community everywhere we go. You know, you're a married woman, your husband is a married man. Like we gotta, if he go to work and act a fool at work and get fired, it'd be hard for another black man to get a job. If you go, into your place and do something stupid or at a restaurant or something, it'd be hard for the waiter the next time a black woman comes sit down, because we often represent our whole community. It's unfair to us. But when you start seeing like the culture that's permeated, like I said, we want everybody to love us. We want everybody to respect us. We want everybody to treat us as equals. But we find it very difficult as a people to treat each other that way. Why are we asking everybody to say Black Lives Matter? Show us that we matter, America, when we can't even show that we matter to us. That's unfortunate, man. And there's so many young kids right there.
Yep.
That's man lost his son, his youngest child.
Yeah. And Carmen said, you still don't have a teenage party in a downtown area. You let them in and they act the fool. I'm one of them people that don't too much believe in let's get more buildings and more places for these young people. You need to figure out the root of the issue. Because the more you open up these places, the more they're destroying these places. So we got to get down in the root on what's wrong with these kids. What's wrong with the parents that's raising these kids? Why are these kids doing this? You can open up as many buildings as you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that they're all going to destroy it, but from what we are seeing and viewing, they're destroying these buildings and these places.
Peachy, look at
all
the
the YMCAs. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, look at the culture though. We have a culture that's where a man like Future gets more respect than a man like Russell Wilson. You feel me? We have a culture where a young man like Ja Morant, all those boys look like Ja Morant. He in Memphis, Tennessee. They're in St. Louis though, but they all. I just saw him get $300 million from the NBA, and he going around waving the pistol around, listening to the music, got the pistol going. Like, it's something about that young culture that what's considered cool to them is this bad behavior. And what the dudes that's not engaging in the bad behavior, those are called lames. Those are dudes that don't get the girl. Those are dudes that don't get popular. Those are dudes that don't get coolness. But the dudes like that, those are dudes that's popular. They known as being hitters. And they, like I said, I don't know, it's something in that culture where, in our young culture especially, like being intelligent, being disciplined, being morally sound is frowned upon, not encouraged with their peer groups. Like, of course, we older. We see a young man got his pants up, clean shaven, looking decent. We like, wow, that's a good young man. But the kids in their age group, nah, they have a certain kind of culture about them. And until we get to the root of that, how do we change that though? How do we change the culture that these kids looking up to?
A lot of these kids' parents is from our era.
Yeah, true.
They're from our era, flat out. They're from our era. And I think a lot of people in our era, when we was young, a lot of people felt that once I turn 18, I'm grown. I'm grown. Our parents didn't think that, but we thought that.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like once they became grown, start having their own kids, once their own kids start turning 18, you grown. You grown. You do what you want to do now. You grown. Or these kids was hearing it. Once you turn 18, you grown. You do what you want to do.
These are high school kids though. These are still teenagers.
They're still teenagers, but they're still hearing it.
Yeah.
They're still hearing it. From them, I am one of them people that feel like it starts within the home.
I agree 100%.
Every person was born as a baby. When the baby was born, the baby don't know nothing. Nothing at all. All they know how to do is to look at you and cry. That's it. And eat. You have to teach that baby everything. And y'all baby sitting up here going out here killing folks and shit, doing stuff that they ain't supposed to do. I'm not saying you taught them that, but something happened and you dropped the ball. Now, this is the last video for the night. Still with the same commentary that we're talking about. But I want y'all to see this video. I'm hoping they don't block it once I show this. But here we go.
Then first on Fox this morning, St. Louis police are trying to identify and find 5 teens. They are wanted for questioning in last weekend's mass shooting downtown. It left 1 teen dead and 11 others hurt. We want you to take a close look at this picture here on your screen. You can see they are all holding guns here. We normally do not air pictures like this, but police are hoping someone watching will recognize them. If you do, you are asked to call the Homicide Division of the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department or Crime Stoppers at the number there on your screen. It's 1-866-371-TIPS. And remember, all pieces of information and tips can remain anonymous. Shocking images like that only reinforces the need for better outreach to at-risk teens. Following last weekend's shooting downtown, city leaders have decided to keep 2 rec centers open later on the weekends, and the hope is to keep young people off the streets. Friday and Saturday hours at the Wool and Marquette recreation centers are being extended from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. for kids 15 and under, and then teens 16 and up can hang out at those locations from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. The changes will last through August.
Talk to any mayors across the country. One of the things that's a corollary with their reduced crime is the investment that they're making in their young people. And I don't know if St. Louis has ever made a robust investment in our young people to give them activities, safe, fun activities to keep them off of the streets.
The city is also preparing for one of its biggest weekends of the summer with this year's Pride Festival. They are expecting 300,000 visitors for the 2-day event. Festival board members say they have full confidence in the...
We don't need to know all that stuff. But
Wow.
Jump from one to another. But anyway, we're going to act like we ain't just see that part because that's a whole nother story.
No, I'm just more so like, she talk about investing in the youth, and I get that 100%. But like you just said, it started in the home. When we gonna start like holding these parents accountable? When they just showed that picture of them 5 boys with the guns, the first thing I thought was like, damn, what if I recognized my child right there? What would I feel? If I was a parent, I saw the news, I saw all this stuff happen with this death last weekend. So I've been following the news. And they put up a picture of my son holding an extended clip Glock. Oh, but
And when
that's
they
where.
and when they showed that video, that picture, when they showed that picture, only one of them kids ended up getting turned in. It's clear as day. Can't
Clear as day.
nobody say as a parent, I don't know that child.
Right.
You know that child. It's
know
clear
that
as day. It ain't blurred, nothing.
Mm.
If the auntie, the uncle, the cousin, the godmama, the goddaddy, if they saw that picture and they know you, they know that's you.
They know that's you.
Still didn't turn your raggedy ass in. They
Mm.
still didn't turn you in. Because if that's the case, it wouldn't be a part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5 to it.
I mean, again, we keep going back to the same subject. Some people ain't meant to be parents, homie. Some people is not meant to be parents. And try to give the young people more activity. Like, I feel like extending the rec center to 10 p.m. it's going to mean kids getting out at 10 p.m. Extending the rec center to 1 a.m. it's just going to mean they're going to be leaving the rec center at 1 a.m. Like, I don't know if you really helping stop the problem in that kind of regard. You know what I'm saying? They just going to have something to get into after they leave the rec at a later hour.
Yep.
They should have a citywide curfew. If you under 18, you should not be outside after 10 p.m. for the rest of the summer. Because y'all don't know how to act. We can't trust y'all decision making in such events. Yeah. Willie Lee with the pressure washing, bro. Hey, make sure HM Power Wash. Make sure y'all check it out on IG, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube for sure. But yeah.
That was his free promotion. That was his free promotion for the month of July.
When you said free promotion earlier, I was like, D.
Show me your commercial. Show me your commercial. I'll play.
No, but I don't really do residential. The only people I really work with now are school districts and government buildings. So all my shit be pretty good to go. I don't got a market.
But that shit was funny as hell, Carmen. That was funny.
That's funny.
Is that the Willie that had the pressure washing company?
Nobody care about you pressure washing. Like, okay, all right, right on then. Don't ask for no money either.
My peoples be here for me. My peoples is here for me, baby.
Oh, you must have talked about me like a dog one day. You been talking about me? All right, I'm gonna say. If I don't know what's going on, you better let me in on the jokes now.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, I ain't talked about you. I ain't never talked to Carmen on the phone a day in my life. Never. But Carmen comes on every single Monday,
That's
Wednesday,
what's up.
Friday, and Saturday, and watch the show. Shout out to Carmen, baby.
Hey, shout out to Carmen. That's love. That's love.
Shout out to BG. Shout out to BG.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let you wrap it up. I'm finna jump into the crib, homie.
Yes. No, I'm finna go ahead and wrap it up right now. But y'all, thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. At the end of the day, out of all the clips y'all saw tonight, it's only one. It's only one. I mean, they all rest in peace to everybody. All
That missing baby. That 24-hour missing baby.
That missing baby. If y'all don't remember nothing else, remember that missing baby. Pray when y'all go to bed tonight. Pray for this baby. We want this baby to come home. And even if this baby don't come home, I'm sorry, I hate to say that, but let's keep it 100. Even if this baby don't come home alive, pray that this family get closure and this body is found. At the end of the day.
Yeah, I gotta follow this story from now on. Yeah, I gotta see how this ends.
I got you. Just keep watching PGT Time. We will have an update on Friday.
And like I said, I want to thank you for what you do. I want to thank you for what you do. You really doing some good work out here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, much love.
Really appreciate it. Carmen said, I live in Mississippi and I don't need a house done. Because she in Mississippi. But BG said, great show, y'all. Great show. Thank you so much. PG, did you search the car? No, they found the car. They found the car. They got everything they need except for the baby. That's the only thing they're looking for right now is the baby. But yes, they did find the car. I don't know if they searched the car like they were supposed to. You know, we don't know nowadays. You know, we showed a clip where on a few weeks ago where a whole body was in the backseat of a car and the ambulance came, the tow truck service came, and the body was never found in the backseat of the car. Not the trunk, but the backseat. So it's hard to believe. So I don't know if they searched the car like they were supposed to search the car. But at the end of the day, we gotta pray for this baby. We gotta pray for this family as well. Carmen said, no hard feelings, Willie. It's all in fun.
Yo, Carmen. Hey, I just want to say on that aspect, like, hey, Carmen, your boy works 6 days a week, 6 days a month, and make 10 G's a month. Life don't be that bad. So, hey, life is good. Like we said, we got days off here.
There you go. We got days off, baby. We got days off. So, Willie, thanks again so much. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you came back on PGT Time.
Of course.
You gotta come back and join us again one day in the future.
I got you for sure.
Again, I don't know if Tamanda talked to you about everything, but if not, hit me up so I can tell you what I talked to him about. Because we got some big things going on, okay?
Right on. Do your thing, for sure. You know I always got a supporter in me, for sure. I want to see you grow. I look forward to the day you get to 100K, then the day you get to 1 million subscribers. That's all I like to see.
And I'm watching you just as well, baby. I'm watching you just as well. You're going to get there just like I get there. When I get there, you there. When you get there, I'm there.
See you at the top, homie.
See you at the top, homie. I salute. All right, y'all. I love y'all so much. Please make sure y'all tune in on Friday. Love and Relationships, okay, with me and my hubby. And it will be our anniversary. We will have the phone lines open. We will have the link in the chat, baby. So if you want to come up or call in and wish us a happy 16-year anniversary, baby, it's all good. It's all good. But right now, we got to get into this free promotion for the month of July. So here we go. Willie, I salute. We out of here. And I'm going to holler at you later, okay?
Right on there. Holla.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Having computer issues? Can't find a nearby computer store or tech? No need to worry, Computer Tech is a computer repair mobile service. Not in Georgia, no need to worry, Computer Tech can remote into your computer as well. Prices are starting as low as $40. Services are virus removal, data recovery, data transfer, hardware installation, software installation, computer tune-up, laptop and desktop, home and online. Contact 404-405-8515 and ask for Tony, and don't forget to tell them Ms. Peachy sent you.
Back by popular demand. Peachy Tea Time does free advertisement every July for business owners and podcasters only. Please submit your commercial with no mainstream music attached. All commercials must be already prepared and ready to go. Each business owner will get 2 days of free advertisement during Peachy Tea Time showtimes only. Send all commercials to Ms. Peachy by email, inbox, text, DM. Don't miss out. Free advertisement is better than no advertisement.
Y'all, I'm so excited for this family that Peachy Tea Time has requested to bless someone with a memorial sign. I'm so excited. It's pretty. Forever Love, Marquis Allen Jones. This is Miss LaTanya. Peachy Tea Time has blessed her with a memorial sign for her son, Marquis Jones. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It was so fun doing this for your loved one. I know it's not a happy occasion, but he's never forgotten. And I know he's forever loved. Yes.
Today's birthday too.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
How old would he
He would have
be?
been 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He would have been 40.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you did an awesome job.
And this is from the missus from Peachy Tea Time.
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Thank you all so much for watching Peachy Tea Time. All the editions, it's a few of them. It's four editions. So thank y'all so much for rocking with me every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So I must say that first. Now, Saginaw, I'm gonna need y'all to stand y'all asses up. Stand up, Saginaw, stand up. Yes, I have a special surprise for everyone that's in Saginaw, Michigan. I have someone here that is going to help me, my friend. She's going to help me give this wonderful surprise out to each and everybody there in Saginaw. So let me go ahead and bring her up so we get to going, baby. Miss Fashanta. Hey, Fashanta, boo. How are you, gorgeous?
Good. How are you, Neil? The Miss.
I am wonderful. Yeah, y'all know all my peoples back at home in Saginaw, they do not call me Miss Peachy or the Mrs. unless they met me on the show, okay? Now, me and Fashanta, we go way back, baby. Way back into time, okay? So she definitely calls me Tania. But Fashanta, I'm so glad that you're here with me today. I have a special surprise And I just thank you so much for being here and helping me tell this surprise to everyone in Saginaw, Michigan. Now, let's get started. Fashanta, I reached out to Fashanta and I had a bright idea. And as you guys can see, Fashanta has a company and it's by the name of Yard Greetings R Us. Fashanta, can you please tell us a little bit about Yard Greetings R Us?
So Yard Greetings R Us is a yard sign company that creates yard signs for any occasion. And let me tell you something. Most recently, I had a request for a yard sign for a divorce. This particular lady was celebrating a divorce. So when I tell you it's a company that was set up for any occasion, it will be for any occasion.
So with that being said, Saginaw, you all will be getting, for the month of June, July, and August, your family will be getting a memorial in your yard. I love you all so much.
Thank you for watching.